So we got done fighting the lizards inside their little cave grotto area. Um, some of the guys split off to loot. Some of us stayed back, thinking like, yeah, it might be not be a good idea. But hey, they found some good shit. It turned out to be great. Skaman, the big angry white dragon, showed up and started screaming about wanting his offerings and something about his daughter, which may or may not be Zine. We don't know. And then he left after doing an ice breath attack thing. We thought he left. And so we're like, let's get the fuck out of here. We run outside, and there are a fuck ton of angry smaller lizards and some bigger ones. And we fight them. It was a good fight. Thermal got really... Oh, yeah. We also fixed Thermal's amnesia. Annahel did that. Solid MVP move. Fixed Thermal's amnesia, so he's now an angry little dwarf, but at least he knows he's an angry little dwarf now. And we went outside. We fought Durgar. They're still dwarves.
They're dwarves.
Wow.
And hey, Asher doesn't discriminate. They're all dwarves. Goes out. We go out there. We fight the lizards. Kick their asses. Annahel got caught by one of them and got like swallowed, kind of. And we rolled around, but then we fought them all off, killed them all, and we're kind of licking our wounds, kind of figuring out what we were going to do. And then, like, right before it curtain called, with some ad hoc stuff, a lizard went to, like, jump out of a tree, and the little gnome blows its fucking head off with a rifle or something like that. I remember there was a gnome that popped up and shot something in the head. Its head turned into a fucking smashmallow. And, yeah, that's where it ended. He was like, hello, guys, what's up? My name's, I can't remember his name, but he was the little gnome dude that was in the hot air balloon that called back to way long time ago. Asher and Kane first saw, and no one believed us. But we're homie here. Can possibly fix Kane's eye, might have some cool shit, could maybe give us a ride. Who knows what's going to happen? That's kind of what happened.
Absolutely. Please, thank you for that wonderful recap. Give yourself a DM
That's like
inspiration.
identical to what I said. I don't understand why I didn't get it.
As we enter back into and pick up right where we left off, to a big loud crack, like a firecracker, loud explosion, miniaturized, echoing through the craggy snow outcropping of the location you are here by standing in. And as the smoke dissipates from the tip of a metallic barrel, the focal point is on the tip of that nozzle like you see in the movies, and everything behind it's blurry, and as the camera does like a pan through, the face of a gnome, goggles over his head, looks at you guys. Oh, hello!
Asher has an arrow knocked and is pointing at him. Hello, who are you? He hollers from like the little perch he was on.
Oh, he's not a lizard. Good.
If Thermal's gonna approach him, that's a nifty instrument, and he's still large at this point.
As he, doop, off the top of his muzzle, he blows it out like he's pretty cool. He kind of puts it in his holster. My name, I'm Gregory. Who are you?
Thermal looking down at the little tiny gnome.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, for you tall folk, the voice doesn't carry very well.
No, it isn't really robotic.
My name's Gregory. Gregory. What brings you out here?
Chaos.
Yeah, we had a series of misfortunate events. We're trying to get to a thermal. What's that place called?
Brecca?
Well, you comic folks
Brecca.
call it the Crystal Peaks.
Crystal Peaks. Well, hey, why are you going there? You don't want to go there. Not alone. Not like this.
Well, we were trying to get to Mirladar first, and then there.
Ah, Kaladar. I go there all the time.
Why are we telling all of our plans to this guy?
Convenient. Hey, man, you want to come along? I have only good things happen when gnomes travel with me.
Because the gnome just shot the lizard and he has a gun.
Oh, excuse me.
Also,
I'm
can
more
you-
than just my race and stature.
What is
my
a
name?
gun?
My name is Gregory.
Gregory, he has a magical boomstick. Gregory
Oh.
has a magical boomstick, and
How
I
do
don't
you
know what it is.
How do you know of my boomstick? I just merely invented it not too long ago.
We met a traveling salesman, the magical items, that had a smaller version, handheld version of one of those loud things, and showed it to us.
Looks like a small cannon.
Yeah, it was like a really small cannon that you could hold in your hand.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't
Well, I
seem
guess
to be
I guess
magical, so-
I guess good news travels quickly. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm in fact I'm testing it out right now, and as you can see, woohoo, it works.
Cyril's gonna shrink down. Mind if I inspect it? I really like blacksmithing and all its intricacies.
I don't think it's a good idea. I let my cousin do it once, and now he only has 9 toes.
That's fair.
I'll be very careful.
No, I insist. This is very special to me. It took me a long time, a lot of research. That's why I don't have. And mind you, as you look at him, so even though he's got his this little leather cap, but it does look very different, not like a standard leather cap. In fact, his whole outfit. You know what? I'll fucking show you. Are you guys all in Tailspire right now?
Yes.
I am, but I'm not on the
I am,
table.
In fact, you know what? Let me bring you
I'm not there
guys.
either.
That's all right. Let me bring you to the default board real quick. It'll just make life a lot easier for everybody.
And then,
Pardon me. Give me
while
one
doing that,
second here.
Cyril's gonna try one more time. I mean, I don't need to hold it. I just want to look at it close. Can you?
Oh, no.
hold it for me?
I mean, I insist. Look, it's right here. I'm just gonna keep it here for now. I just met you. I'm. You guys look great. You guys look good. I just met you. So he looks a
I'd say let
little.
him leave his thing alone.
He looks a little like this motherfucker, and I'll just make his token nice and big. GM tools, set size. By the way, the music bot is now officially dead legally, so tonight will be fairly musicless. I apologize.
Pourquoi?
So I don't know if you guys can see him, but there he is.
Love
Where
it.
was-
That's cool as
How
shit.
would I see him?
Yeah.
He's on Tailspire on the screen. I made a miniature of him. I'll summon you guys
Well-
again to the board.
How do we do the thing where we go to where our token is?
Click on
Click
your.
on the top left. It should be up there. You can click on your token's icon, and it'll say
there we
like
go.
Oscar or something.
Oh, there we go.
And where
I
is
see
he?
him.
Oh, there he is. Okay. He's walking around doing weird gnome things.
Oh, he's got like a visor.
So like part of his facial hair has been burnt off and everything.
He does paintball.
Yes. So as I was explaining, so he does have like I don't know if you call it maw chops, whatever the fuck you call that.
Mutton chops.
Yeah, but like
That's
the
a
whole
Pokemon.
the whole center part is like missing, and there are some sort of burns, slight scarring, nothing catastrophic, but slight scarring. Hey, Kane. Hi, George. Okay, so there you are, buddy.
Sorry. Oh,
Welcome home.
my microphone's giving me trouble. All right. Let's see.
So
While the party is investigating this
There we
gnome guy,
go.
could Oscar take a look at the remains of these lizard folk, specifically like the once again the ones that seemed like leaderish?
There are ones that seem to be leaderish here. And as you approach, the first thing I'm going to go ahead and say you hear is the sounds of commotion. Not necessarily around the corner, but it does sound like there are things en masse approaching. But if you want to go ahead and give me a, let's go with investigation, I guess, to see how well you do. And once again, for those who didn't hear, the music bot is officially dead in the water. I'll need to find a way to fix that problem at some point next session.
They
I got a
killed your
5.
music bot again.
It's officially dead. They actually sent out an announcement today.
Yeah, no, I got a 5. I didn't see shit.
No, I mean you're searching through really quickly, but Gregory, yeah. So you may not want to be here. Where are you going?
Can we get a lift to Miladar, I guess?
Yeah, we were told you have a airship.
No, huh? You know about it.
Yes. What was his name from the Stow, the old man? Edgar?
What, Mr. Edgar?
Yeah, Edgar told us about you. We were actually hoping you could help us with something.
You're a good man. Very, very wise.
He is a very good man. Him and his wife.
He's my
Karen,
mentor.
great
His
people.
wife makes a killer stew.
You got that right. She does make a killer stew.
Is there? Yeah, there. I know there's people coming. Do you have somewhere we could go that's maybe a little more safer or something?
Yeah. As he looks around, he looks like, yeah. Follow me. Come on, let's go.
All right, everybody on your feet. Anna, are you okay?
Yep, I'm all right.
Actually, kind of like help you. I'm like, come on.
You all begin to.
Are you offering my hand?
Yeah, I'll offer you my
PDA.
hand because you'd been like eaten by a lizard.
Gotcha.
Sorry, homemade chocolate chip cookies. Can't resist.
Wow, dirty slut, and you didn't share.
Professional.
Yeah, you didn't bring any for us? How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Just share with the class.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's just put some ambient music on table or Tailspire. All right, here we go. So, as you guys all follow suit, Gregory, although compact in nature,
I'm getting a reverb from Kane's mic from whenever anyone talks.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
So as Gregory's nimble, actually, for what he is and what he's all about. He doesn't appear to be like an old gnome. His hair still retains some degree of color, although it does seem like it's starting to get kind of salt and peppery. So not entirely too old for gnome standards, but doesn't seem to be that young either. Probably experienced. His clothing and attire would have these, let's just say, unorthodox things on them. A little bit more patented, maybe custom made. Styles that are not familiar pretty much anywhere. It seems to be quite unique to this individual. That muzzle of his pistol, or what he calls his boomstick, legitimately his boomstick, as he kind of keeps it in this little holster, but it's like the inwards facing ones, not like the draw, you know what I mean? It's kind of the backwards facing.
Cross draw.
There you go. And as he takes out his little telescope, and as he's kind of walking backwards, looking around, hurry, we gotta go!
Calm down. We're coming.
Thermal grabs Oscar away from the bodies. That's why I didn't find anything.
Fair enough. So, as you guys are kind of going up an incline, and the top of that incline rounds about, the first thing you would see, once your vision, once your line of sight lowers itself, this big pillow-looking fucking thing, the tip of it. And the more you go up, and begin to crest on the downside, just kind of slow reveals over this mountain crop, this massive floating structure. There's currently a line with your cliche anchor. Thank you. Anchor that's kind of like weighted and just kind of digging into the ground there as it hovers briefly. In the back, there's these little propellers that are just slowly turning.
Is it red?
We'll find out soon. As
I think we should be able to tell if the balloon is red or not by now.
there are red colorings in here, but the red itself looks to be more of the wood that's featured on the trim work itself. The balloon, if that's what you're referencing, is no longer red, at least what you remember. It does seem to be more of a canvasy color this time around. But the shape itself is vaguely familiar, be it not exactly identical.
Asher would ask him, Gregory, do you mind if I call you Greg? As we're running. Did the canvas used to be red?
Oh, yeah. Long story. I'll tell you about that when we get to safety.
King, we were right. We did see a balloon in the air.
Whoa.
We should tell the others. Oh, they're all fucking dead.
Yeah.
So as you continue making your way in,
them.
there's like this, this little, the roll ladders, the wooden sticks with the ropes. As you see Gregory kind of like making his way up. Who's first?
After will stay at the bottom with his bow kind of at the ready, waiting for everybody else to go up.
Kane will go up first.
Thermal's gonna toss Oscar up and then climb up himself.
Give me a. You want to fuck around? Let's fuck around. So the rim of this, let's say it's hovering to get on the ship. Let's just call it 20 feet. So, Mr. Dwarf Boy, why don't you go ahead and give me an athletics?
You're gonna downsize, right, Thermal?
No, he already did.
18.
18. Oscar, how much do you weigh?
Since I put stuff in the bag of holding, less now. I'm looking at the wrong thing. 1 second.
Just give me a ballpark.
So, it's probably like with all the stuff on him, like 220. I would say this: as soon as Oscar feels himself floating, he would turn on the wings, just have them come out. Just
Sure. Absolutely. You kind of just to assist the jump, and you coast on top. Can you please shut that dog up? And you coast onto the top, and you land. The stability of this structure, it's solid, but because it's floating, as the weight distribution changes, it gives a little bit of a rock, but nothing too crazy.
Warn a guy next time. God.
Kane, did you get up yet?
Yeah.
Same thing with you, Kane. As you kind of put your hand on the top brow, boom. The first thing, Kane, you would see, as everyone else is still kind of climbing up, the center console, or the center of this structure, there's this massive pillar. And although you can't see the top of it, you can feel heat radiating off of the center console, or the center pillared, call it a chimney for now, for sake of imagining what it kind of looks like, the stone worked kind of scenario. And you just see a blast of flame going high. Gregory on the side of the machine right now, or in the side of it, you see him kind of working some doodads. All right, who's next?
Thermal.
Thermal, your fat ass definitely plunges down on here. It does add a little bit of weight distribution, but just like Kane, you would see, hurry, 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 let's go. They'll be here soon.
And Thermal will be at the ladder, just giving a hand to help people get up quicker.
Sure, who's behind Thermal?
Eustace.
Eustace, a hand reaches down for you as you're climbing up the step ladder.
I grab onto the hand.
Absolutely, and he kind of, with ease, pulls you up. And as you make your way on, once again, same imagery. You feel the heat radiating off the center console. The ground itself is like wooden, but it's got some netting, almost like the wood and the netting has kind of meshed together to kind of create this stable yet flexible kind of surface area. Nice intricate wood design around the trim. When you're climbing up, there does seem to be a body of this basket, but to the untrained eye, it does feel as if there might be something within this structure itself outside of the giant fucking canvas balloon above. There are, in fact, 4 chains that you would see from the 4 main corners of this object, 2 of which kind of extend out with this big wooden rod that goes across. Kind of looks like wings. They're not wings. It's more of a stability kind of a thing, but it's definitely wide set, maybe for performance of some degree. But yeah, you would see that. And once again, Gregory kind of just fucking playing with them doodads. Let's go! As he presses the button, you hear like this flame just burst out of the top. You just hear it roaring like a solid fire. I believe the last person in line is Anahel, I'm guessing.
Asher would have went last, so it'd be Anahel then Asher.
Got you. So
Anahel doesn't need to climb up the ladder. She can just fly up.
Absolutely, and you do so as you whip up, kind of side by side with Asher. Asher, as you're making your way up, you start to feel as if you're gaining elevation slowly but surely. And it's at that point, even though you don't see Gregory fucking around with doodads at this moment, you hear a kind of a click, click, and then like a clink, 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 as this anchor is being pulled into the hull of the ship, I guess is the best way to say it.
Okay. Asher's just like, this is fucking crazy, as he's climbing up the damn ladder as fast as he can.
Incredible. Awesome. As you get up, Gregory shouts over to you, Asher. Please roll that up.
And he starts rolling up the ladder as best he can.
Absolutely. There seems to be like this canvas bag. And it looks to be custom designed for a rolled up thing so you can tuck it in. And as you do so, you start to acknowledge that you're not in Kansas anymore. As you are floating, the winds do tend to pick up and you feel weightlessness to a degree, with the heat and then a cold, frosty wind kind of crossing it over. You begin to sway a little bit and it's a very peaceful kind of situation. You look down, all of you, to bear witness to the Whitestone Mountains. Granted, you're not like 10,000 fucking feet in the air or anything like that, but I would say at this point, let's just call it 300 to 500 feet in the air.
And I'm assuming it's swaying kind of like the ship would on the water.
I would say if that ship was suspended by puppet strings, that kind of a sway.
Yeah, like on a calm sea, just kind of rocking back and forth.
Sure.
Asher's going to be up there just like, trying to keep it. He's never been like the heights and the rocking. He's
you know what, just because I'm curious, roll a con save. I just want to see.
Thermal would probably need one as well because he's not used to this. He's used to underground.
Go ahead, roll a con save as well. Look at you.
15 plus 20.
You're chewing it back. So with an 11, how are you reacting to this new thing?
He is completely thrown off, probably jostling about, and probably about to do the same as Asher was about to.
Hold it down! Hold it down, Thermal! We can get through this, little buddy! And he just like claps him on the shoulder.
Gregory turns to you all. Boy, oh boy! You're lucky I found you when I did! Take a look! As he points that way with his little telescope.
We look in that direction.
All right, who's grabbing the telescope first?
Asher will ask if he can take the look through the telescope.
There you go.
Takes it. What do I see?
You see, as you kind of scan that rocky crag, easily 50 to 60, maybe more. That's beyond, behind line of sight, cover trees and whatnot. You just see this wave of blue scale heading generally to the direction that you all just flew out of.
Gregory? It's Gregory, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's Gregory. Who are you anyway? What's your name?
My name is Asher. As I'm handing him the spyglass back, thank you for giving us aid. We haven't had many people that have been as kind as you have been.
I mean, I was passing through. Fortunately, I didn't get a chance to do what I wanted to do, but, I guess life's more important.
What were you trying to do? Maybe we can assist you.
Well, I'm looking for a little doodad, but, yeah, it's...
Doodad are you looking for?
To be quite honest with you, you're not going to believe me, but I kind of dabble with things, and I'm I'm kind of a studier. I kind of like foxing around with new things, like this, for example, the boomstick. And one day I dreamt it up about this thing that shot fire, and I decided to fuck around, and I got it. And I finally got it to work, but I have this.
You fucked around and you found out.
I did. What I want to do is I want to really help. I want to help, but unfortunately, the Holy Empire is unable to really provide me with the material I need at the moment, because they got their sights focused on damn clockwork. But They just don't see the potential in this thing. You see, I'm trying to find a specific power source, right? I have another dream. So I have the boomstick here, which is by conventional means fantastic, but what if we could harness that same type of delivery system, but it shoots energy? Energy. Imagine being able to find a self-sustaining power source that shoots pure energy. I guess the best way I could possibly dumb it down, we'll call them Thundercasters. I'm still working on the name, patent pending.
So like lightning from the sky?
Yeah, how about lightning from the barrel of a stick?
Like a wand?
It sounds like
No,
magic.
wand is magical. I'm not looking for magic. I don't do magic.
No. Well,
We're talking
Why
something
would
more.
you make something that's already done by magic?
Because
I
it's
don't
more
understand.
accessible to the people that need it, the people that need to be saved and to defend themselves.
That's true.
It
Not
would be
everybody
beautiful.
can wield magic like most of us can.
I feel like
I want to create a laser gun.
magic's pretty accessible.
What's
for
a laser?
Anybody who wants it.
Ask that out of character.
But man,
Anybody
the
who wants
possibilities.
to learn, or
Plasma gun.
Like
anybody who wants
imagine.
to learn, or like believes hard enough, can wield magic.
I
Not
agree.
everybody in it.
I agree. There are some
Yeah.
people that
Anybody.
can definitely do it, but for people like me, where my power comes from my brain and not my fingertips.
Thermal's gonna chime up. I may not have a source, but I have something interesting, and I take out my two woodcutter's axes with the obsidian blades.
Nice axes.
These are used to cut ironwood.
Well, that's fantastic. Try not to hit anything here, okay?
No,
Bad news.
I was saying I can give you one if you help me with a little project of my own.
As he reaches out to the axe, do you let it go?
I hand him one as long as he has a good grip on it.
Oh, shit! No, thank you. Here, take it back.
I'll grab it.
Well, anyway, but also, imagine this, right? Imagine the possibilities. Think of it. Imagine a fire that you never have to reload with wood. Think about all the people that could be heated.
Oscar uses firebolt.
All right, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I get what you're trying to go for, Gregory. You're trying to make it to where everybody that isn't gifted or has the means to go and learn how to do magic can benefit. It's an honorable thing.
It's beautiful. Honor has nothing to do with it. It's about doing the right thing.
I would be interested in helping with this and maybe funding some of it.
So,
I feel like if somebody had the money or the means to make one of these, they could also have the money or means to learn magic the way that wizards do, or
Thermal
study at a temple.
Thermal waves and health. That's not the point. It's the point of the craft. The craft is the beauty of it.
the art. The art.
You're not talking about art. You're talking about accessibility for defensive people.
Correct, but why does it have to be so barbaric and ancient? How about something new? Something modern? Something beautiful?
But
We're seeing
it
the
doesn't
start
do anything.
of the-
It's new.
of
It's
the,
the same thing, but harder. More steps.
we're watching the start of the Industrial Revolution.
I like this character.
I understand. I'm role-playing, Asher.
I'm not arguing your point. I'm just saying, like, this, like, out of character. That's what it is. It's interesting.
I hate
you got
gunpowder.
You got the
I hate
boomstick,
gunpowder.
right?
Fantasy.
That's why it's literally you're staring at the only gunpowder pistol in the world right now. Unbeknownst to
Hey,
you guys.
What Gregory, right?
Yes. I'm sorry.
so-
You are.
It's Oscars. Whatever. We might never
Well,
see each other
it's
again.
nice to meet you,
Um,
Oscar. Whatever.
Yeah. I have some notes in regards to one of my main studies when it comes to magic is sort of similar to what you're talking about, transference of energy. Though in my scenario, it's the acclimation and transference of magical energy. It sounds like you're trying to do something similar, so I can share my notes with you, I guess.
Yes, but you see, the conflict is on the natural order of things. Yes, you have the divine, you have the arcane. What I'm talking about is science, the natural world. Things that you can do that magic can do as well, but just differently.
But
We
you
have
to
something
make
you
something
might-
for it. I don't get it.
We have something you might be interested in then.
Oh, Oscar puts
Oscar?
his notes away. He's like, well, this guy.
Oscar, do you still have the heart from those two big?
What the? Yeah, I still have it.
Could maybe he would be interested in that?
Oh, would you want to buy this? He takes out the Remoraz heart.
That is always warm and always generating heat.
Yeah, oh, that's awfully nice of you, but what exactly do you want me to do with it?
Well,
Oscar puts it back.
Generates heat. We thought it might be something you'd be interested in to help you with your project.
He kind of does one of these things to the massive, giant pillar of fire behind him.
Well, yeah, but that one's firing your ship. I mean, I didn't know if it would be something.
Oh, he's got like 3 Remoraz hearts in there, don't he? Damn.
Let's just say, I appreciate the offer. No, truly, I understand. It's just I'm kind of on a specific quest right now. Okay, I appreciate it, but believe me, when you get around in style, we do. I do get to meet some pretty interesting folk.
Speaking of which, where are we headed?
That way. That's north towards Milidar. Unfortunately,
God.
as you can see. No paracore, so gotta try again some other time. But you said something about helping?
If you tell us exactly what it is we're looking for, maybe we come across it on our own adventures.
Well, source itself, you see, in scripture, I came across in Milidar during their libraries. They have this ancient dwarven civilization, right? They call it, I forgot the name of it exactly, but lately, in modern day terms, they call it the Crystal Spire, the Crystal Peak, something like that. It's encased in ice.
That's where we're trying to go to.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, remember I said we were trying to get to the Crystal Peaks earlier from Thermal.
Well, golly gee, ain't that a stroke of convenience?
Yeah, one of our friends might be, or one of mine, and I'd point to Kane. His name's Kane. One of our mutual friends might be there.
Hi. Nice to meet you, Sir Kane.
Nice to meet you too.
Hey,
He's saying, what's wrong with your fucking face?
Yeah, what's wrong with your face? You're missing an ear and an eye.
That's a long story.
He got fucked up by a hag.
Yeah, we ran into a hag and she fucked up his face. We actually...
That sounds awful. No hags up here, though. Like I said, traveling in style.
Edgar actually said you might be able to help us with Kane's eye.
Oh, Edgar, always sending people towards me. As if I don't have enough responsibility and things. I mean, I'm grateful to help, but if you really want help, I'll tell you what. Eye for an eye? I mean, sorry.
Okay, Kane, take out the other one.
I mean, we have coin. We can pay.
No, I don't want coin, but I'll be honest. This power source. By the way, when you get it, if you get it, and if you bring it to me, I'll happily try to help you, Sir Kane. But when you get, I'm thinking about calling it the core of conducting conduit. I call it COC for short.
No.
Steve,
Oscar says no.
Cock.
Well, come on. You're better than that.
BOCC.
No. If we retrieve this, it will not be called that.
Can we name it?
Add another letter
I'll tell you
in
what.
the middle.
It has a nice ring to it.
After the first letter.
Encourage him, Thermal.
It has a nice ring to it.
Call it the clock.
Ah, shit. Oh, fucking fuck, dude. That was awesome. Oh, that was good.
He's been holding on to that joke for weeks.
This man's has been waiting to make this joke ever since he introduced the hot air balloon like a year ago.
Like
I
he
just
probably
want
has
my
written
balloon
down in a
powered by cock.
notebook, and he's just been waiting.
The core
It's
of
like finally,
the core of conducting conduit.
core
But
of conducting
Of
conduit.
isn't even when you're doing acronyms, you don't even include ofs a lot of the time. Just cook.
it just came to me.
Call it the cook.
It's the cook.
Fucking shit, man. Dear God, I'm going to hell.
The
All right, so, but I'll tell you what. If you get that for me, I will make sure I fix your friend tip top.
Okay. We'll see what we can do. No promises, but we'll try.
So you
Now,
have no
where-
magic items.
No,
Yeah, where will we find this?
my power comes from my brain.
So like a wizard, but not as cool.
Look,
I think
spaghetti,
he's kind of cool.
spaghetti pischetti, okay?
No need to insult the guy, even though he's mostly wrong. about
what
stuff.
happened to like the nice Annahel who's always wanting to make friends?
Well, it just doesn't make any sense to me. He does like the same thing a wizard does, but he doesn't take like the extra step. Like, why would you just not take the extra step?
Has.
What?
I can
understand.
We didn't know that they were Remoraz at the time. I thought they might be having a campfire. Until I saw that they were insects.
Thermal's gonna just be thinking. It just says, you know what? An idea for you. What if you put 6 of those boomsticks together? And make them bigger?
You're staring at the only one that exists, but I'll take into consideration as he kind of quickly pulls out a little notebook, and you see him quickly just jot down a little idea. That
But
seems
where are you
interesting.
gonna get 6 hands?
No,
You put a cylinder like around each other.
Yeah.
And you could call it a peppering device.
A peppering device. Or a grape shot.
No, they actually had one called a pepper box.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Why are we stealing from Critical Role?
That's not. It's an actual thing that was made in the 1600s called a pepper box. It's one of the first flintlock handguns.
Whatever.
Cylinder based.
They also had one called a duck foot that had 4 barrels on it. It was meant for whenever
Also
crews mutiny.
known as volley guns.
Yep.
But thank you for the idea. One step at a time, right? I'm still trying to market this thing.
So how long until we get to Mirladar?
Oh, sometime. Depends on the winds, you see. I usually come through here like once a month. The winds tend to change up here. I'm thinking about calling it the jet stream.
What's a jet?
I don't know. I came up with it. It sounded great at the time.
Above 30,000 feet for the jet stream to come into play.
Does that dragon never give you any issues?
Dragon.
In other words, we might not want to jump off this balloon.
It's Cayman.
I don't know no
big
thing.
angry white dragon. You didn't see him?
No, I don't think about no dragon. Sorry.
Okay.
Thermal ask.
Can I do an insight check to see if he's telling the truth on that one?
Although
You said he
insight
doesn't
is
know
not a
anything
liar
about-
detector, but I can give you a roll, sure.
While he's doing that, Thermal ask. Since you're a tinkerer, do you have a workbench I could use during this journey to do a little bit of tinkering myself?
Yes, but it's kind of gnome-sized. You know, me, it's my home, my personal stuff. And Asher, you kind of don't hear any trills in his voice. He seems to be content with what he's saying. He doesn't. You don't feel as if he has a reason to lie about that.
Okay.
Unless you're talking about the one that happened
damn it.
over Mirladar. I heard that happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
damn it!
angry
I
white
forgot we
dragon.
didn't get to look into the treasure basin to see like if there was anything left after the dragon ate shit. Damn it!
No, I don't think there was. But
There's probably some dragon shit, but
I've heard some weirdos. Well, I mean, I've heard it's good. It's a good alchemical like ingredient, but that doesn't sound pleasant.
no. No, it doesn't.
So Gregory, your boomstick is powered by that grainy powder, black powder correct?
He pulls out this leather brooch and he kind of uncorks the top. Yes, you see, and when I take some of these alkylic agents, it's these powders, and I grind them down, it becomes highly volatile, and it seems to be quite susceptible to any heat source, and it quickly evaporates into a big kaboom. So what I do is I take that and I put it in here, and
Evaporate.
And he starts kind of rambling on some like just top level fucking like knowledge of pressures and chambers and velocities and all this bullshit.
That's very interesting. Asher barely understands anything he said.
You know what, Anchor? You know that thing he was talking about building? Kind of reminds me of that the gauntlet that Mithrax used. You know, it had that little crystal tip on the end of it.
Yeah, they would
shot
shoot
out lightning
out of it. Yeah.
Who's Mithrax?
Mithrax was a dragonborn that we traveled with for a time. He was
a good friend.
in the Underdark. He was a decent friend.
He was a decent acquaintance.
I was gonna
I
play with
used the
Cinder.
term friend. He was not the. He didn't have that much common sense. He willfully walked into the den of a couple of hags.
But
You guys encounter hags a lot, huh?
we've encountered two. One just
Remind me
went
to stay away from hags. I mean,
Yeah. I had an idea, kind of, Gregory, and I think this might be something you would find interesting. Would there be a way with an arrow to attach a chamber on it that could hold an amount of that black powder and an incendiary, a flame on the arrowhead, where whenever it hits, it breaks that vial and causes an explosion, like an exploding arrow?
I can see that makes a lot of sense though. The question is the flight time versus the velocity versus the time of the fuse and blah, blah, blah. He starts rambling off just random concepts.
Well, why wouldn't you just use one of what he's using then?
I don't
If you
know.
want to do exactly the same thing that he's doing, I don't understand why you wouldn't just use
also,
gun
wouldn't
instead of
when you shoot it, the
arrow.
flame go out on the arrowhead?
No, flaming arrows don't necessarily go out. They have a basket in them. We used to use them with the Iron Wolves sometimes for sieges. There was a basket head on there that would hold embers inside of it. So as it's flying, yes, the flame might die down, but the embers don't go out. And whenever it lands, it ignites again.
So
And
let me
it
get this straight.
catches on
You're
fire.
saying you wish to put some sort of compact incendiary device that upon impact it goes boom and kind of
Yes,
like
it explodes.
But isn't that the same thing that Gregory has? I don't get it.
His uses
No, he's talking about
projectile
explosion.
I'm using the powder that he uses as the projectile to make an explosion.
My
You know,
only concern
Gregory
would
can be
you
seen
have-
taking notes during this
Well,
time. By
can't
the way,
Eustace just make the fireball and then that's the same thing?
Yes,
I don't understand.
Use fireball affects a large area. Might be a precision strike.
One of these things takes years of study or born with an innate ability. The other one just requires you to know how.
Gregory,
to aim.
how long did it take you to come up with the idea of this boomstick?
Oh, I've been working on this thing for. The idea came to me pretty quickly and scientifically. It's about finding the right material. You see, I had to go over this way to find this spot over here. And he starts rambling on all the locations and the pieces. He starts pulling out like a little bit of blueprint and trying to explain every little detail.
Well, I'm just
Is
trying
there,
to
like, a
understand
bottom floor?
the time period that it took you to get this far versus how long it took Eustace to do the same thing.
Oh, I'd
Not
say
doing the things you're doing.
about a year roughly after I got the last piece. The real trick was the sulfur. Using sulfur as a catalyst to really help
So he also, so not only does he not have magic, he also requires material components to not do magic. I don't understand why this is so
Is there a
exciting.
place where I can sleep?
Yes, there are cots downstairs.
Awesome.
But
Thank you.
But whoa, that's my private domicile, sir. Hold on.
Penny for your thoughts. Tink.
Did you just toss that man a copper?
No.
Why is half the party being a dick to the guy who just saved
I'm
us?
just trying to
I
understand.
have not been a dick to him even once.
So-
I just want to go sleep.
Hold on. So, first of all, let me specify what we're dealing with here, right? So I can't draw on this. So let's do it this way. I'll just borrow. Pardon the crew drawing. So I mean, essentially, what you're looking at is a square kind of hole,
Oh,
right?
shit.
And there's like let me extend this out one more thing here. And then in the center is that pillar. And that goes, whatever, it goes up, right? You guys are basically standing around the outside of it to a degree. And then, like, right around here, let's say there's a hatch in the floor. Now, the hole itself does extend down. It's completely hidden. And the outside rim of this hole has metal components on it, almost futuristic-y of sorts. Think of floating armor of sorts. But as you go to the hatch door that's in the floor, as you go to grab it, the hatch handle kind of goes, it kind of closes.
I just want to sleep.
Hey,
And you guys are talking so much. I just want to sleep.
Well, I do apologize. I can't just let you in my home. I just met you guys.
I don't want any of your stuff. You don't even have anything that's magic. I don't care about your thing.
Thermal grabs Oscar.
No, stop picking me up.
Does Thermal start rocking Oscar like a little baby?
No,
Hard pass. I'm much bigger than him.
he unrolls a bedroll and lays Oscar in the bedroll.
No, we're hundreds of feet in the air. I do not want to be laying down. If we hit
and then he sits on
some
top of
weird
Oscar.
air pressure, get the fuck off me, you heavy motherfucker!
As you have this conversation, the air around you begins to get foggy, almost unable to even see 10 feet in front of you.
What? Is there a...
So, Gregory, I have a question.
Oscar lays down defeated, ties himself down.
As you ask Gregory the question, you start to see that fog dissipate, and the sky becomes amazingly bright. The blue of the sky is the bluest you've ever seen it, and as you look down, it looks as if the water has turned to cotton, with the occasional peaks of the mountains kind of jetting through in certain locations. Yeah there, Kane.
How many of those black powdered things have you made?
Well,
He said just one.
You didn't hear this from me.
Too many.
Sorry. But it was only one. I only had the material to make one. I'm telling you, getting raw sulfur is really hard to get.
How many shots can it fire?
Well, I'm hoping to create a component where I can add to it where we can get some sort of faster thing. But right now, only one at a time.
Oh.
But I'll tell you what, when this puppy goes, who Nelly?
Who's Nelly?
How much you want for it?
Oh, well.
He isn't gonna give it up, guys. He wouldn't even let him look at it.
Well, this is my prototype. Now, I would love to see Gregory's name traveling the globe on such an awesome product as this. But right now, without all the material, I will tell you, this power source that we were talking about before wouldn't help me ramp up production. And yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll make a custom one just for you, for a cost.
Where will we find a power source for it?
No, he already told us this.
I told us the Crystal Peaks. Weren't you listening?
No, I wasn't. I missed. Honestly, I missed that part because I think I was filming with my microphone at the time.
Or you're missing an ear.
Or I'm missing an ear. Yeah, it could be I'm missing an ear.
Okay.
He was talking to my deaf side.
Do you, as Oscar's laying on the ground, like tying himself with a rope onto something, just like looking at the hatch that is closed? Do you sell anything? Do you have any weapons that are not that thing that are better than normal weapons? Is anything like that?
You, my
As
good
he's-
man, have an addiction.
I have an addiction?
It appears that way. You know, my pappy used to tell me that you can tell a lot from a person based on what they desire and how much they fucking talk about it.
This is the first time I brought up a weapon.
No, you've been talking about magical items all day. Well, this whole trip so far.
He does talk about them a lot.
I just met the guy, and I could already tell. You guys roll with this guy? Oh,
Well, he's
He shoots off another firebolt. Yeah, well, I guess.
Careful with that.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
roll
Off of
a.
me.
I was gonna say
See,
roll
he
a
doesn't
D20.
need a power source to do that.
Uh,
That's why I question your whole.
Before
I
you
feel
shoot
like
somebody
you-
off,
I feel like your time could be spent doing things other than doing things that people have already been doing.
it's
What
the
exactly?
art of the
I am
craft,
curious.
Annahel.
Clearly, you're no believer in the sciencey. I'm assuming your power comes from within, your knowledge, or does God give you this?
I just I studied at a temple to learn how to do these things, and I
Gotcha. So you come from the divine.
yeah.
Okay. So have you done anything with this divine source to change the world?
Eventually, after I complete all my studies, I'd like to be able to ferry souls.
Well, eventually, after I complete all my inventions, I will be able to save countless lives.
He'll be ferrying souls by having
And therefore,
weapons
you
kill
wouldn't have
countless.
you wouldn't have to ferry as many souls.
But like, we still have to ferry souls. That's never gonna not be an issue.
No doubt the ferryman always needs help. However, I choose to focus on preventing death as opposed to welcoming it.
But death is coming for us all, and
Correct. I would
the
rather.
way we choose to meet it is what matters most.
True.
Yes.
I
Living
agree
the
with
most
you.
throughout our lives.
But I choose.
you can't
I
defy
choose-
fate.
I would choose to not waste life, but I would rather waste the afterlife.
Why? The afterlife is where everything is great.
You're
How
right.
far are we from
Even
the
though
Okay,
trials-
time out. How do
the
you know
trials that we
everything's
face
great
in
the
life
afterlife?
Prepare us for the paradise that happens when
Religion. That's why.
Leave.
He
It's just like all my religious trauma.
What? What'd you
how
say,
far are we
Asher?
from Mirador again?
It's like all the religious trauma.
So I ask this, okay? Since your power comes from the divine, and if the divine can create themselves in forms that are manifested in the physical, therefore, they must have been created by something else. I call that something else science.
Okay.
Science is very
but-
powerful.
I don't doubt that. I'm just trying to understand why you would. Science is the study of the natural world as things are. But what you're trying to do, seems
It's
less
unnatural.
efficient. It seems less efficient than just doing what other people already do.
Did your God grant you your power because of the deeds you've done or the purity of your heart?
I don't know.
Well, I'm asking you. You seem to be so proficient in this topic.
I'm not proficient in anything. I just do what I do and things happen.
But you're not proficient in anything. You just do what you do, but yet you choose to educate someone who's built and created with the intent to save life. What have you built or created besides a mute point?
Ooh, shit.
What part of your gun is not mute when he can shoot fire from his fingers?
Let's just
What
say
happens when you get separated from your thing? He can just do that without having to have anything. I don't see why the gun is or the boomstick is better.
Well, I mean, Oscar can't shoot the fireballs if he loses his hands.
Everyone chooses.
They can.
Everyone chooses their weapon that they feel can be used best.
Depends on the spell.
This one is created in a universal
Actually, Fireball
approach
might only
where
work.
the skill level is not determined on the steadiness of both hands, but yet just the steadiness of one.
And it's easier to train
Horrible
a bunch of
somatic.
people.
Well, how about this then? Doesn't that also make it easier for people to
Verbal.
do harm with it?
You're right, but that's where education comes in. That's where the brain comes in. You teach
Oh
them.
no.
You teach them how to do it right, and that will prevent so many more accidents. My Uncle Jojo, I'm telling you, he's 9 toes because he wouldn't listen.
So I
But-
was just. He's gonna introduce.
I'm
Wait, guys.
talking about like if
out of
you're
game
making
real
this
quick,
easier,
he-
if you're
He's about to
Okay.
become the biggest villain of all of civilized history. He's creating guns. Wait a second, guys, out of game. Once we get off this fucking ship, we might want to put a cap in this guy before
yeah,
he puts
I
a cap
agree.
in history.
Oh,
just-
yes,
Made
because
a
no
game.
one dies from swords in D&D.
I said out of game. I'm just saying, guys. We all live in the U.S., right? We know maybe, just maybe, we should save the world right now. Just
I want to
saying.
hear what Anna Hell's reply was.
As
'cause
I look at
was
my
in that.
guns.
If you make it easier for people to cause this amount of damage to another person, that could be used for evil means, just like magic can. But if you're creating, if the entire intent of this is to make it more accessible to more people, doesn't that mean that more evil can be done with this increased accessibility? What used to take years of study and dedication now could take just the acquiring of this device.
Roll a persuasion.
Doesn't that cause an issue?
Roll
Persuasion? Just like, yeah, you're right. I should probably just not make these anymore. On a nat 20 roll.
Did you roll that 20? Really?
No, I'm
Oh,
just saying, like,
just
oh
saying.
yeah, his entire worldview is just over now.
After Angel gets done saying that, Thermal is gonna chime in. I mean, evil will always find ways to do evil.
Yeah, and
By the way-
having people that are armed. keep
So I got to do
the
this in
people
D&D
power in check,
Beyond
too.
because the whole issue is not working on.
That's fine. So, true story.
Hellspire.
Dirkish is watching, and he said, "Guns, the great equalizer of magic."
I don't think it's that much of an equalizer. I mean, I could just use heat metal, and all of a sudden that gun becomes unstable.
Boomsticks
I'm
made of wood.
just saying.
Boomsticks made of wood. Just saying.
Okay, I throw a fireball. It's not there anymore.
Here's one of my favorite quotes from real life.
Okay.
God created all men. Colts made all men equal.
18.
Hold on. I gotta. Give me my roll. Someone give me D20, please. I am unprepared.
I love this so much.
Come on, give me D20.
Anyways, Thermal's just.
Actually, no. I got my big D20. 1 second. Big D20.
Wow. Making your kids do all the work when you already have shit in front of you.
Why do you think I had 5
What
of
a
them?
power move. What a power move.
So as you're discussing this and the intention of good with kind of giving people with positive intentions the ability to fight back that evil, your point of that falling into hands that can fall to corruption, or just in general the feel of that easier to acquire power, how it could be utilized in a manner that Gregory has never considered before. He then kind of, you can tell he drops his chin a little bit to kind of furrow his eyebrow, and he's clearly thinking. You can see that you hit a point that he's never considered, which kind of literally makes him have to do all the math over again in his head. and to really weigh out the situation. But he kind of puts his boomstick back in his, in his cross fucking thing that you called it, the cross holster or whatever.
Cross-draw holster.
Thank you. I see. Well, anybody hungry?
We're starving.
Yeah. Let me see what I got down below. I'll be right back. He kind of slowly goes over to that same door that Oscar tried to get into. I love it. And as he goes under, you can see him tap his foot in a certain way, and the handle kind of goes and opens up where you can grab it. And he lifts it up. The smell of like roast pork kind of comes out a little bit. A nice aroma, smells food-like. As he goes behind and closes the hatch, you all now stand on the deck of this ship, for lack of a better word to use, balloon, whatever. There you are.
Gunshot is heard.
Oh shit! Oh man!
Darkest timeline.
Oh shit!
Anyways, Thermal's just gonna look down at Oscar, still sitting on top of him. You should really be careful with those fire bolts. If you hit the ship and we go crashing down to the earth, it's probably a long way.
Oh, don't worry. I've been paying attention.
I'm just gonna lay out his bed.
Also, did you hear that?
Sides.
Did you hear that boom a second ago? What was that? That didn't sound good.
By the way, can I use your bedroll since you're kind of on mine?
Oh shit!
Get off of me!
Annahel, give yourself a DM inspiration, please.
Okay.
Oh, that was amazing.
Thermal will get off him. Just be a good guest. And then
I just wanted to sleep.
And then he just Thermal starts mumbling in Dwarvish. Goddamn rude surface dwellers.
Think about how amazing
in Dwarvish of "You're not wrong, little man."
You think I can't understand you guys? Huh?
Imagine how this session would have turned if he had just killed himself, and then, we had to try to figure out how this ship works.
Awesome.
Oh my god!
Thermal will get off of Oscar and roll him off his bedroll and lay down.
Yeah, about what time of day is it, Frog?
Even though it would probably be mid-afternoon, and although the sky would show dimming with this kind of cloud cover, you're above the clouds at this point, and it's fucking bright as shit. Think of it as like a jet laggy kind of scenario, but to give you the official answer, it's like probably just before dinner time ish, give or take.
If that's the case, Thermal's gonna do some tinkering on top of the ship.
Okay.
I would like to take one of my spare woodcutter axes and remove the axe head from it.
Okay.
And try to figure out a way to fit it as the head of my halberd instead.
The obsidian axe, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so the obsidian axe, and just the blade part of the axe is the obsidian, obviously. So the handle itself does not appear to be special. It is a denser wood, and it seemed to have been notched in there and really wedged in there. Some sort of sealant to kind of cork it in place, almost like an adhesive of sorts. With your strength, I'm not gonna have you roll for it. You kind of twist it, you hear a crack and a pop, you pop it off. You have the handle of the original axe. Ooh, how big of a dick do I want to be? Let's just say, in order for you to fix the head of this axe on the tip of your halberd, you're gonna have to find some sort of a filler. The handle of the axe is a little thicker than the handle of your pole arm of sorts. So yes, the head fits in there, but if you were to let go of the head, it would just kind of slide down the pole. you're gonna need to figure out a way to cork it in place.
Okay. Let me just double check something real quick.
Yep, take your time. What is Oscar doing? You passed out?
Well, here's the thing. Oscar's like, all right, time for sleep. And he pulls out his tome. Because Oscar doesn't have to sleep anymore. He just wants to start a long rest. Like he no longer needs to sleep like ever. Now I would ask a question though. So that spell scroll is a ritual spell scroll. And Oscar would 100%, like, the first thing he could do while he's resting, he would start recording it into his book. Now it's too high a level for Oscar to cast for a while, but would I be able to like spend the money and stuff now, like in the materials to record the spell?
Yeah, you won't be able to use it until the appropriate, but you could have it in your book. Why not? Yeah.
Okay.
It's just currently it's just too advanced for you. Basically, is how I'm gonna chop it up. But yeah,
Okay.
Make sure you do me a favor. Send me a PM with the gold amount based on the rules, and the time frame it's gonna take, so we can start monitoring that.
All right, I can do that right now. I already know the numbers.
Gotcha. Asher, as you start to see, fucking Oscar begin to jot down some stuff, you see dwarf boy fucking fiddling around with his halberd, and he's kind of like kind of looking at different angles and how he can do this. What is Asher doing right now?
Asher's just kind of looking around, and he's going to go over to Oscar. So what all else did you find whenever you were going down into the y'all went for looting the stuff?
Nothing.
Oh yeah. Here. And so Oscar takes out the staff that he found. He's like, and he cracks off this extra embellishment and stuff like that. He's like, this is an immovable rod, and he puts that down. Oh, actually, this is perfect for right now, so I won't fall off. Click, and he like holds his body down with the immovable rod.
Hold on. Where are you placing the immovable rod?
Oh, wait.
Be specific.
No.
Moving. Where are you placing that immovable rod?
He would be like this, and he would like clicked it right here, and then he would notice that he's being dragged, and then he would click it again like died.
Maybe let's not play with the stuff.
All right. Well, yeah, this immovable rod, it will not move if you click it.
I know what an immovable rod is.
All right.
Maximo had one.
He's gonna put that back in his bag of holding. Actually, we could deal with that later. That's a little scary.
Where did you get that immovable rod from?
It was remember that staff that I got from the shaman? He like put a bunch of crap on top of it.
Okay.
And then
I wonder where he got that. Can I look at that immovable rod?
Wait till we're on land. I don't want to risk any falling off ship. And then he like takes out the bell and like rips like the thing out of it, and he's like, and you see it's a ring. He's like, this is a ring of jumping. You know what? And he puts this in the bag of holding too. We could hold off on giving someone that until we're on land too. No one jump on the ship.
You don't get to be the governor of all the stuff.
No. I don't want these things. I just
hand them out to everybody who could use them. You don't get to hold on to all of the magical items, Oscar. You do have an addiction.
Oh no, I don't. I don't hoard magic items. I've always distributed them. I swear to you on all my magic, I don't want these. These are not interesting to me.
Out of the bag of holding.
Oh no, this is mine. This one's mine.
The bag of holding is fine. I don't care. I'm saying the other stuff. So that way everybody else can look and see about what maybe they could use or what have you.
And he'll take out the ring. All right, just no jumping. And he flicks over the ring. I am gonna keep the immovable rod in here though. It's legitimately too dangerous.
I put a picture of the immovable rod because I think that's more thematic to who had it, why he had it, and all that bullshit. So I kind of like the way that looks.
Where'd you put the picture? Is it in like
In
chat or
your-
It's
something?
in the loot
chat.
chat for elevated
The
threat.
loot chat.
Okay. Oh yeah. Let me. So yeah, that's that thing I didn't press enter. And then the other things were scroll.
Can you stop
These
yelling, please?
scrolls. And he points over to Eustace, who still has those boots hanging off the shield. Those boots, those are really good when you're in the cold. So yeah, they actually make you more resistant to the cold. And then finally, when it comes these two potions, and he slides over and he points potion of clairvoyance, potion of mind reading. And yeah.
Both
Oh,
of
and
those can be
this
useful.
scroll is divination, and this scroll is Morton Kanan name. Morden Kanan's private sanctum. And yeah. And he'll put those out. And remember, no jumping. If you jump, then you're an idiot.
Go turning on the movable rod on a moving ship.
Yeah, well, you know that I
can't
set a
tell me
good
what an
example
idiot.
of what
Yeah.
not to do. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did.
that wasn't very smart. That's why it's still in the bag right now. Because that was not the time to do a demonstration.
So
And
who
and
thinks
you
they
guys
could use
decide what to do on your own. I'm gonna get back to this to recording.
I'm gonna give the boots. I'm gonna toss one with a thermal. I'm like, here, thermal. I think you'll be a good fit for these. I'm gonna give him the boots of the Winterlands.
Thermal's currently fucking around with the head of that, but he'll look up as you toss it to him. What do you do, Thermal?
I'll try to catch him.
Sure, why not? Let's have fun. Let's get some rolls going. Go ahead, roll a catch. Sleight of hand. Let's use that instead.
17.
17, sure. Clap. There. You need a picture of it? Do you know what it looks like?
I know what they look like.
So the icicles have like cleats on them. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to scratch up his boat, so I'll put them on when we get to land. And,
Alright. This should protect you if we ever actually go up into these mountains. So, and then I'm gonna give Asher the shield I picked up because I believe he needs a shield. I'm gonna go with Asher. Asher, so I heard you're in need of a new shield.
Yeah, the only one I have is one I stole off in Dead Orc, so a newer shield would be cool.
I'm just gonna hand him over the shield. So I'm like, the shield is from the signal in the front. It's from the Langod family, probably taken from one of their spear legionnaires.
Does that name sound familiar at all to me, Frog?
You don't really hang out in the north all that often. You've aspired to go there, if I remember correctly, although you're not necessarily enemy of the state or anything like that. But the Lean Golds, they I'll tell you what. Let's let fate decide. Not fate as in the player. Fate as in FATE. Why don't you roll a history check and let's just let's let the dice choose.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Sure.
Awesome. A nat 1. A total of 5.
You know, the name rings a bell, but yeah, I think I've heard that name before, maybe in a social studies book.
I'll just reply back. Oh yeah, it's one of the bigger noble families from the north. The eldest son is currently, I believe, he's still one of the heads of Brecca right now.
Oh, okay. I don't run around with many nobles, so cool. Am I going to get in trouble for having one of their shields then?
I don't think anyone cares.
That's fair.
And Eustace is going to pick up the spell scroll of Private Sanctum. And I'm going to begin to scribe it into my spell book.
And Asher's gonna pick up the ring of jumping, gonna look at it. Anahel, Kane, would either one of y'all or Thermal, anyone want a ring of jumping?
No. I look at my wings.
Sure. I'll take the ring of jumping.
Okay.
Cool. Please be advised that when you look up these stats, these weapons and items, if they have attunement, that there's a thing, and I believe up to 3 attuned items per character, I think.
Was there anything special about the shields?
Unless you're an artificer. No, those are normal shields.
No, those are nice shields. They're not quite masterwork. They seem to be more art pieces, although they do appear to be functional
Forgot
shields
about those
as well.
shields.
But they're family crests. I forgot how many I gave you, like 10 or 20 of them or whatever. But they each have like the line of nobles, big families, the major families.
Is it like painted on or etched on to the shield?
A little bit of both. Some with some intricate like gold inlay, some silvering, things like that. Yeah. Quite lovely.
The one I have, is it like painted or is it gold inlay?
I'll tell you what, roll a D100. Let's take a look.
Hey, Frog, while he's doing that, to make this axe fit, I was going to try to possibly take 2 pittons I have and part of my chainmail armor to make a bracket to fit the axe head.
Awesome. With right off the bat, I'll answer you, Thermal, in 2 seconds. Honestly, with a 90, I'm going to go ahead and say, out of all the shields, this one appeals to you the most, mainly because of its reflective surfaces. Almost a high gloss mirrored finish of golden inlay with silver highlights. And the painting on it, it's more of like an acid paint. So it's etched into the metal, but it leaves a colored contour of emboss that really brings out this crest's qualities. Whoever made this fucking shield, it belongs in a museum.
So Asher couldn't like scrape the paint off with a
No,
dagger.
not at all. This is acid etched in there, 100%.
This is gonna cause some interesting times, I feel like, but we'll see how it does in combat.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Actually, we'll figure that out. We'll let that go. As you, Mr. Tinkerer, why don't you use those Tinkerer tools for me? I'm assuming you have a roll for it.
I have Smith tools in that. I'm not sure
Go for it.
what the base roll would be, though.
Quickly, somebody tell me, what is that, wisdom based for Tinker's tools? Or not Tinker's tools,
Smith's tools, I think it's strength.
It could be. I mean, it honestly depends. Strength, wisdom. I've heard dex, intelligence.
Why? It depends on what you're trying to do with them.
He's trying to create brackets to reinforce the head of this halberd. He wants them to basically fit, so when he swings it, the axe head doesn't just fucking go flying.
I mean, that can be intelligence or dexterity based check.
Let's see here, smithing. Blah blah blah.
Xander's Guide to Everything has rules for it for blacksmith tools.
You know what? Because you're leaning into this, and because I'm just gonna.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. These holds. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Baker's tools. No. I'll tell you what. Why don't you just roll with that, and we'll use your. You're brute forcing it with these joints. I mean, you're doing it on the fly on top of a fucking balloon. So use your strength to see if you can get it really wedged in there.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll a saving throw, and then because I get double proficiency because of my rune of fire, and then, so I'll use my saving throw and get an additional +3 on top of it.
That's fine with me.
The tool proficiencies page does not have any written rules for trying to modify a weapon or create weapons.
So that'll be a 22.
Beautiful. Roll a d4. Three plus 2. It'll take you 5 minutes to really kind of really muscle it in there.
Okay.
In fact, as you're muscling it in there, some of the corked wood, the wood shaft that you're putting it on top of, it will bend in a slight splinter, but nothing that really makes you nervous about it or anything like that. After 5 minutes, you give it a tug and you feel it secure enough to it's not professionally done, but not bad for on the fly.
Okay, and then I just want to make sure. What I was going for is to get the woodcutter's axe ability with halberd.
Yeah, I got you. You got it.
So, okay.
You got it.
Do I still use the same die for the woodcutter's axe, or do you use a D10 since it's now a halberd? That'd be one question.
What did I give you for the die on the axe?
It's a D12.
And the halberd by base is what?
A D10.
So you'll keep the axe because of the quality of the axe. And let's just give it a, you're giving it more heft, more swing. Let's give it an extra +1 for now. We'll see what happens.
Well, that's what it initially is. The woodcutter's axe is a +1 magical weapon.
Yep. So yeah, keep it to +1, but you'll keep the axe die, which is the D12. You said, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just modify that then. Thank you.
Yep. 100%. Awesome. All right. As this is all going on, all this conversating, all the magic items. Who haven't I talked to? I haven't talked to Eustace yet. Eustace, what are you doing?
Eustace is gonna just peer outside real quick and try and get an idea what time it currently is.
You look over to the horizon, based on the grumble in your tummy, and just the situation. And as you look over to the mountain peaks that are peeking through the clouds, roll me a perception check, please.
$19.
You are looking in the distance at some of the mountain peaks that are protruding through the cloud canopy. They look like small mountains from this range, you know what I mean? But about the massive amount of mountain below the cloud. But these peaks are popping up here and there. As you look at it and try to, you can see the sun. In fact, the sun has no filter at this point because it's just you're above the clouds, so it's almost hard to really focus on. But as you shield your face from direct sunlight and try to put two and two together, try to get your timing, you see this kind of shadow kind of dip behind the mountain peak. Very briefly, but you kind of you're refocusing your eyes.
So I see a shadow on the mountain peak.
Like you saw what you could best describe as something that was dipped behind, but with the sun in your eyes, it's really, could have been anything. You know what I mean? Maybe you had something in your eyelash or something. The sun was blasting in your face. It's difficult with the squinting.
I would just blink at it and be like, huh, interesting. And Eustace is we're gonna scribe that spell scroll I grabbed into my spell book.
You turn around, you lean up against the post, and you start to do your work. Thermal. Hold on. I'll get you. Thermal. As you stand up and you start testing your halberd, making sure the axe head doesn't come off, you swing it a little bit, you're really kind of tapping it on the floor, making sure you kind of bang on the side of it, and it's nice. It's for what it is. The balance is not bad. You look over at Eustace and be like, hey, look what I got. Look what I did. Give me a perception check, please. Thermal.
Okay. 7.
Thermal. You look at Eustace. You're shorter than the post, but you show Eustace. You hold it up. Eustace, Thermal's holding up halberd with now an obsidian axe head on it.
Eustace is gonna look over for a second and be like, huh, nice job. Hope it hangs on there.
Anahel, hearing this talking back and forth, and from the side profile, you see Thermal holding that axe head. You look over at Eustace, who's kind of responding back, looking at Eustace leaning up against the post. Give me a perception check.
No.
$9.
With a 9, you. I got you right. as you just observing this thing, you see him swinging around, like the axe head breaks in front of the direct sunlight and kind of casts a shadow over your eyes. It kind of stimulates your pupils a little bit, kind of temporary blindness, but nothing too crazy. It looks like Kane went AFK, and I don't know if Asher is still there. You are, Asher. Asher,
I'm back, yeah.
Asher's here.
as you're watching everything going on, you're doing your thing. You see Eustace leaning up scribing. You see Oscar on the deck scribing. The dude with the axe is swinging that shit around. Kane is no idea what Kane is doing. NL is also just acknowledging that situation as she kind of gets blasted a little bit in the eye from the direct sunlight. However, you yourself are looking over at Eustace, who's currently scribing, leaning up against the banister of sorts. Roll me perception check, please. Yes, you
Okay.
can cast guidance.
I don't think I'll need to right now. I have a +9 to perception.
That's beautiful.
I should have cast guidance. That was shitty. You know what? Fuck it. I can tell this is kind of important, so I'll use my DM inspiration to re-roll that.
Aw, that's generous.
Oh, you're gonna die now, bro.
I'll be alright.
Foolish fool.
Foolish.
14's more than enough than what I'm looking for here. Okay, so seeing everyone is being relaxed, really high above the canopy. As you see the image of Eustace, your front profile, right? You see the clouds and the mountain peaks behind him, but in the distance, you'll see this thing that appears to be getting closer and closer and closer. Upon that, what do you want to do? Right now, everyone else is oblivious.
Asher's gonna hop up, guys, we have something approaching us, and is Gregory still downstairs?
He is.
What do you mean approaching us?
I don't know, look over there, and I point to the, I'm assuming it's something flying towards us, right?
Whatever it is, it seems to be approaching pretty quickly.
Yeah, something over there is approaching, and Asher's gonna bang his foot on the bottom of the floor. I'm like, Gregory, something's coming!
On that note, let's take our break, guys.
Okay.
We have gotten a short rest between.
Yeah,
six and Cinder.
there was more than enough time to get a short rest. Yes.
Cool.
Cool, I'm gonna roll some hit
I'll be
dice.
back. I'm gonna go take the dog.
Roger. Be back in. It's 47. Just be back on the hour, please. Oscar,
All
can you
right.
hear me? Oscar's head is so shiny. You saw that? He glowed. Guess it was just me. Alright, let me go ahead and put the break sign on. I hope you guys really like the map I made you guys tonight. I really do.
All right. I'm gonna go grab something to eat.
BRB, gentlemen.
12. That's it? Jesus.
Where the hell's my hit die?
You got showers going yet? What? Anyone shower yet?
I don't think the boys did
I didn't even get anything good out of mine. I had fucking 12 hit points regained. And no spells.
I'm almost back to max HP, but yeah, I don't have any spell slots either.
I mean, I've got a couple left over, but none that I'm going to be able to do anything super spectacular with.
Yeah, I can cast Speak with Animals and Beast Sense.
7 and 8. How many hit dice can we roll?
As many as you want, or as many as you need to.
Get it done!
I will be right back.
Hits are popping out all the time. I need you to be more aware. That's what I'm saying. You need to cover up.
Investigate the shoe shop when there's no shoe shop to investigate.
Oh no.
Investigate it if I can't go in. It's so stupid. Feel like those are hours.
Rat. Good. You better not. The punished ones can clean it up. Go pick up that rat shit.
There's 3 pieces for you to pick up. What? So it does this, Turncold years ago, actually, you sold it. Yeah.
What?
This morning.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it. He's mom did. Oh. I thought Zoe did it because
No.
Zoe said, "Oh, the rat needs water."
Yeah, and then Mommy said, and then Mommy told you.
Why is there so much water on the counter?
Wood.
I have no clue. That would be wisdom.
That would be wood. Cleavage or more like tit?
Well, no nipple, but one inch lower. Yeah. All right, I am back, peoples.
So, Frog, guess what I just found out?
What'd you just find out?
I found out that if I take telepathic on my for my next feat, not only will it put me up to 18 wisdom, but as a bonus action, you can try to telekinetically shove one creature you can see within 30 feet of you, and it'll
I've seen
move
that before.
within the physical. It will move physically.
Yep.
So I can use that with spirit guardians to double to
put
like
it in there,
cause
yeah.
damage to occur.
Yep, 100%. But I don't want to. I don't know if I want to burst your bubble, but I have a feeling there's something about forced movement that incurs damage or something like that. Or is it no? Forced movement doesn't do the attack of opportunity. There's something there. You're probably right.
Yeah,
but let me double check.
Yeah, but if they're moving within the area of effect of spirit guardians.
True. Yeah, they'll take the damage. It's almost like pushing somebody through like caltrops or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I get you. That's cool.
It's
That's dope.
kind of stupid.
I'm excited to see that shit happen.
If it happens, I'm not entirely sure it's going to happen, but it could happen.
Did I give you guys experience last session, or did I forget to put it in? Let me double check.
I don't know. We ran really late, and we decided to.
Sorry, we went like 2 hours. Didn't we go like 2 hours over?
Yeah, I remember. I was very tired the next day.
So that means I can end early tonight and compensate for that time.
Okay.
No,
that's fine.
No, but what we're about to go into, we'll probably end it shortly after that. We'll see how it goes.
Right. I am doing shit with the oven, so I'll be kind of in and out occasionally, but I'll still have my headset on, so I'll hear things.
What was the date of our last session? Was it the January 26th? It was January 26th.
Last
6.
January 26th. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Loading. Total experience per player. Yeah. Make sure I add that in here. Give you your adequate. Yeah, you're right. I didn't put it in yet. What is that number plus this number? That is 2.
Hey, let's see if I did this right.
1, 26, 23. Beautiful. When do you guys level up? What level?
That's a great question,
What
Frog.
experience is level 8? Oh.
I don't know the experience table.
Oh, I fucked up. Oh,
Oh man, we're level 9. That's cool.
I'm a pussy. God damn it. 1 second, please. So, that is 2. 3.
So, Frog.
Please hold. 3.
Okay.
4, 6. Okay. As of January 26, 23. All right, what's up, boss man?
You said you were getting a job that would, or at least changing positions at your current job to where you would have a different schedule.
Yeah. So I have like a 90% chance I'm positive they're gonna give it to me, but the problem is it's a significant pay cut, so I haven't quite decided whether or not I'm gonna take it. But the quality of life is almost worth the pay cut. So we shall see. But ideally, it would make me 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. kind of guy, or a 9 to 5. I get to pick my hours, basically, what it boils down to.
Okay, I was just wondering what the status of that was.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. So, if I get that job, the other Thursday table, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Annahel or Caleb, I believe they were the ones that said they were cool to go back on Tuesdays, right? Was that the conversation we had?
Yeah, because this table already had Thursdays.
This table
so
already
they
had
wanted
Thursdays,
to do this. Yeah, and then they were the ones that moved on to Thursday in order to be the half and half.
Got you. So I was thinking if I get that job, I could split the Thursdays back to the original schedule where you guys get weekly games as opposed to bi-weekly. If you guys are interested. If that doesn't work, let me know. You know, I can work it out. But
I dig it.
I'm down.
I figured you guys would be.
So down.
We'll see.
It won't take 2 years to level up, guys.
Hey,
No,
Frog,
you're almost halfway to level 8.
I thought when you said you fucked up, we were at level 9 actually, and so we had 2 levels to actually go through before we went into this fight.
That's cool. Wait, that could mean 2 different. Do you mean halfway as in our current experience is half the required experience to be a level 8, or
Tonight?
we're
Tonight you might be able to level up to level 20. We'll see.
yeah. I just want to.
He gives us access
Son
to
of
the
a
wish
bitch.
spell, and we all wish to be level 20 immediately. Just boom.
What's up, buddy?
Just letting you know, I made the Obsidian Halberd magic item.
Okay.
It's the same stats as the.
Remember, it's not a magic item, but we treat it as a magical item. Masterwork. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I made the item as a homebrew and added it.
That's fine with me.
I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys, y'all ready? We're back.
Yep.
We hydrated.
Ready.
Awesome. All right,
I
so
actually don't have any water. Big sad.
transitioning back, and Asher, before you do that, actually, did you hear my announcement before about if I get the gig? About moving to Tuesday or moving to weekly? Okay, good. All right, cool. So, guys, as Asher points over there, everyone would turn around and see this object, and as it comes closer, it kind of moves out of the sunlight a little bit from your angle, and you'll see a shimmer a shine of red, kind of reflecting sunlight in your direction. By your best guess, the sting is on the way here, and it's definitely getting closer faster. That being said, we are going to start off with a little initiative.
Right before we roll initiative, and as he sees it, Asher sees it coming closer. Kane is like beside me, I'm assuming,
Yes.
and I'm gonna tap Kane on the shoulder and give him Vigilant Blessing, so he has advantage on his initiative roll.
Jesus Christ, Fate.
Okay, well, first one was a 19.
No, I didn't do much better.
I
Yeah,
got a
we'll go
9.
19.
I roll with advantage.
Frog, I got a 9.
All right, so we have Oscar with a 9. I see it there. Eustace, what'd you
Oh,
get?
I got a 20.
What was my roll? Did I roll a 3?
You rolled a nat 1 plus
Okay.
2.
Asher,
Three.
you said yours was, I'm sorry?
I rolled a 20.
And Kane, what'd you get?
19.
Team Annahel, what'd you get?
7.
I have Oscars. Let's roll for these old bitches.
I rolled 2 by mistake, so mine should be 12. That was my first roll.
Whoops, I put you at 112 by accident. All right, let's start this encounter, and I guess I should show you guys the map. I really hope you like it, guys. I went for simplicity, yet effective. So it
You're in the air.
Oh, now I need to make a new. I need to try to find a new model for my character. I think.
Yeah, Frog
What's
gave me
that?
those silver-tipped wings last session, and I feel like I need to redo my whole character again, even though I
Oh,
just made a
shit,
new one
dude,
for
it's a
Tailspire.
God damn.
Oh, how did you put this together? Just a
Oh,
bunch
that's
of tents? Oh, this is
Oh,
nice.
it's a rock.
This is going to be extremely difficult to maneuver around.
It's not just a boulder.
There's no weapons on here. Darn.
Was it control to pull up? Yeah, it was.
Guys,
My
the
token
pioneers
thing?
used to ride these things for miles.
My token's not here yet, Frog.
Yeah,
how do
we're
we get
working
our
on it.
token up there.
he's working on it. Yeah. Darn, I was hoping there'd be like a ballista on here or something.
Who doesn't have their
I
token
thought
up
the
right
deck
now?
of the ship was a little bigger.
Eustace.
No, you're there, Eustace. So go ahead and get your tokens on the airship, or whatever you want to call it. It's a small one. He's a gnome. Did you guys see the mountain peaks?
Yes.
I love it.
Ah!
You can leave flight on for me, Frog, because I'm gonna
Always be
probably
flying.
not be on this damn thing. Yeah.
I wonder
There we go.
Why in the holy hell does my music go away? I'm trying to use like the in-game sounds too. Pardon me. Music will go with ambushed. Let's see what sound that is. Ooh. All right.
I like it.
Do you like
I
this
wish I
map?
had Earthbound in my spellbook right now.
I like the sound I was saying.
You wish you had what spell?
Earthbound?
So, just real quick, on the spot feedback. You guys like the map? I'm sorry, I'm a little excited. I think
Yeah,
Yeah, it
looks
looks
pretty
cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Real good.
As
We're
long as
gonna
we don't
die.
crash into any of the fucking mountaintops, I'm cool.
Well, unfortunately, the balloon's not moving in this flight, so
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that.
that's a bit too much. I can't do that. But for all that said, I guess I need to. You know what? I'm not going to even bother with the initiative order, guys. You just have to know. So the initiative order is as follows. Please pay attention and write it down if you have to. But it's just too much for me to do it
One
on
second.
the table. As far as player
How many
characters,
mobs are there?
Asher is going to be first. Kane is second. Thermal is third. Oscar is fourth. Anahel is 5th. Eustace, you're 6th. And the creatures are somewhere in there. I'll shout them out when they come in. You're welcome to do the math accordingly.
I'm 5th, you said?
You're after me, and I'm
after Oscar. Okay, that's all that matters.
Your
As long
wings
as I
are
know I'm
about to
after
get
Oscar.
plucked.
As long as I know who I'm after, I'll know who to
Who am
keep
I
an eye
after?
out for.
Who was third?
It's Asher, Kane, Thermal, Oscar,
Thermal.
and
I'm after-
Eustace.
I'm after the melee guys. All right.
Yes.
So, Asher, as you point over to this creature right over here that I'm highlighting,
Where?
and you warn your colleagues, over there! You're first.
Oh.
Is it within like bow range?
Is there a creature?
If you ain't got the mod, you can't see it.
So it didn't work. The download didn't work when I downloaded the mod.
Where the
Great.
hell is
It's
it?
like 180 and 190 feet.
Can
It
someone
is- Actually, the
stream
base
it
of
so I can
it's
see it?
right over here. You're at 190. Let's just call it. Let's just round it to your benefit. It's at 190 feet away.
That's not my benefit. Shit. So he's kind of out of range. He's at long range for my stuff. I am going to just hold my. If I hold my attack action, will I get both of my attacks if it comes within range, or do I just get one attack?
I'm gonna say you'll probably get. You're holding your action. Your action is the multi-shot. Until I
Yeah.
hear other words, let's just say that you're holding your action.
Okay. All right. That's what I'll hold it because first round I get extra attacks. I get
Yep.
3 attacks. So.
Thank you.
Oscar, I'm streaming for you.
Oh, it's the rock. Oh, we're fucked.
Move some though.
This one's tight.
Dude, the song though.
Drag.
Holy shit! All right, would that be your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right, Kane, you are up. As you see Asher kind of getting ready, pulling back, you hear the bowstring just.
Well, Kane will break out his crossbow. And he'll do his crimson right upon it. Let's see. He'll go ahead and just make this just lightning damage.
Okay.
And he'll hold his remaining action for the rock to come in so he can get a shot at it.
Okay. And you do so. What is going to be, because I know a crossbow has more. No, it doesn't have more range. Never mind. You're good. Would that be your turn?
Yep, that will be my turn. And
I'm holding my action until he comes within 150 feet, Frog.
Gotcha. Everyone, roll me a random perception for free. Preferably audio.
Preferably.
I sure got a 28.
Yeah, so basically, Kane's going to roll as a disadvantage because it's audio.
Eustace got a 16.
11.
Oscar also got a 16.
16 is what I'm looking
Auditory,
for.
Not visual.
Since we're looking for a 16, that makes sense.
7.
You would also hear a screech. And as the people who roll the 16 or above would look over their shoulder into the other distance, you see a similar shaped creature on the other side of the bow of the ship. I'll put my light over here if you follow my light for those who haven't witnessed it already.
I'm gonna have to zoom out more.
I'm trying to find it. I don't see where.
Wait, can
It's
I not
coming
zoom
from
out
there,
that
or
far?
do we see it?
You see
I don't see a creature there.
kind of comes out because of the download.
I don't know. I can see the other rock. Is this not a rock then?
Oh, it is. It's still there. It should still be there.
I just don't see it, I guess, then.
Yeah, I have
It's-
everything downloaded and I can't see it. If it's underneath the clouds or something, I can't see it.
it shouldn't be. Let me try something real quick. Please hold. Can you see this?
I can see it now.
I can see it now.
Oh, well, it
Yep.
was.
There it
back
is,
here,
yep.
So.
Oh,
It
Two
kind of
rocks.
comes out of the cloud cover, and what you would hear is a massive screech as it begins to make its way closer. All right, so
someone fell off.
Gregory in all this.
what was that?
Where's Gregory in all this?
Getting you guys some pork chops.
I feel like
No,
this is
and
not
to be,
how the old adage "two birds with one stone" is supposed to.
To be
work.
fair, this rock was further away, so I'm gonna move it back when I brought it in. I
Two
lost the
birds,
spot.
one blame.
All right, so
Two rocks, one stone. Two stones, one rock.
as the
One rock, two birds. That's the adage.
the creature, as fast as it can, creeps forward.
I still can't see the second one.
One of them is on top over here. See the light on the front? You see the light?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see the light.
Follow the light.
I see the first one that popped up that's over here on top of the rocks. That's
Okay.
the second one that popped up that I can't see.
Follow the light. Ready?
I don't see it anymore.
What is below that line that you can't see? Let me raise it higher. You see it now?
No,
Oh,
okay.
Bob,
I can see light.
because you probably have your ceiling set. The green bar?
So is it what height level is that at?
I have my ceiling set at 300 feet.
I don't know. Other people saw it, but I don't understand. Here, I'll move it
I
closer
saw it
again.
whenever you first popped it up, and then when
Do
you
you see
moved
that?
it off.
Do you see that right now? Literally circling it around your fucking balloon.
No,
Nope.
No.
I can see the light, but I can't see the whatever you're moving.
I think it's just some line of sight issues from being in the blimp.
There it is.
Do you see it now?
I can see
Balloon. I think
Yeah.
the balloon is fucking with us. The actual balloon itself is fucking with it.
All right, well.
Yeah, now I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, there it is. And technically, it was a bit lower than that, to be fair.
Ah, teleported. Oh no.
All right. So
Teleport's
next up,
behind you.
thermal.
Okay, I'm gonna. Like, there's. No. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna hold my hand axe for when it gets in range to throw it.
Okay.
When he gets in 30 feet.
20 feet. 20 feet.
Oh, even closer.
I'm pretty sure the rocks are bigger than 20 feet. So it will already be on us.
That's considered gargantuan.
Big bird. Very big bird.
Okay, guys.
Actually, and then I'm also gonna I'm gonna giant smite.
Guys.
What?
What?
Um,
You're going giant smite on the balloon.
That's a bad idea, Thermal.
that's
hell.
not good.
How do you get the measurement bar thing to go away again?
Right click.
There we go. I just didn't right click enough, I guess.
Would that be your
That's my
turn?
Yep. Yeah,
Preach.
that's my turn.
Coming from the other side.
What is the range of this spell? This spell might save our life.
You'll get your shot. Let me move my movement first. Hold on. You know what? Let's say it goes parallel with your height. As it kind of goes up and then
30
uses
feet.
gravity to kind of swoop in. Its talons kind of go reaching forward above its body. Or in front of its body, rather. Now, Asher, go ahead and take your shot. I believe that's in 150.
All right.
And I believe, Kane, that'll be within your range as well.
Yeah.
A 16 to hit for the first one.
Your first arrow sinks in.
Cool. Let me check and see some.
23 to hit.
Sinks in.
All right, with this, I'm also going to do favored foe onto it, so I'll get an additional d6 to my first attack here. Next.
So I did about 7 damage.
7 damage heard.
I'm assuming a 27 hits.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. Plus an additional D. Alright, and then my last third attack,
Oh, we're getting all our attacks? Okay.
I'm assuming.
Oscar, you're on deck. So please know what you want to do.
How close is it to us?
It's not your turn yet. You're on deck.
I think I missed.
That's a I did 50 points of damage to it total, Frog.
50, huh?
With 3 attacks, yeah.
You see that, Oscar?
Awesome.
Yeah, I can see it. I just want to. Oh,
And there's
oh,
that
you're
one,
measuring
too.
It?
Yeah.
Alright.
That is not an accurate measurement, by the way.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You got to move your camera around more. So understand that there's a Z axis here as well. So from Oscar, oops. The one that I'm pointing to is right now
So it's like 100 feet away.
is
Okay.
89 feet away from you. The second one, using the floor as my base, is about 160 feet away. A
Alright,
is
I'm gonna-
that way, yeah. B is 160.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna. God. Okay. I'm tied to the thing from before, so that's cool. I'm going to hold my action to cast Mind Sliver on one of them once they come within range. It's my turn.
Annahel.
I am going to cast. Or is it Guiding Bolt at first level at this one that's kind of behind us here.
A or B? I'm sorry.
What? Sorry, what was that?
A or B?
How do I know which one's which?
Tab.
The one that's behind us more.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
Whoops, I have to do the D20 roll first because it's an attack, yeah. Come on. Why are you not working? There we go. $25 to hit?
Yep.
Alright. Followed by... $16 damage?
Beautiful. And that was letter A, right?
Whichever one's behind us more.
16. Fan bloody tastic. Would that be your turn?
That is it for now, yep.
Eustace, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna strafe over here and I'm gonna firebolt the A.
Get it.
On a 21.
Wow, you guys are hit. Yeah.
11 damage. 11 fire damage.
Boom, boom, and boom. So this first round of combat, you all see this, you all take your time, you size it up, and you let it all go. The fire bolt, the guiding bolt, the arrows, the crossbow, just careening through, screeching through the sky, hitting this creature almost simultaneously. It begins to glow from the guiding bolt as well. A puff of feathers can be seen kind of erupting off of its body and into the unknown. Roll
Does that give
Get a
advantage to
right?
everybody else or just to me?
The next attack.
The next
so
attack.
Fate wouldn't have had an advantage or useless.
But he already hit. So.
The next attack that it's
Well, you
taking
coulda got a
against
crit.
it, or
Yeah.
my specific attack?
No, guiding bolts. It's anybody's next attack after the guiding bolt hit has advantage.
So,
Got it.
So-
Okay.
Fate didn't crit, so it'll be still the same thing as before.
Yep. Next.
Absolutely. Moving on. Asher.
My turn again.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. I'm going to shoot that same rock again that I'd been focused.
Everyone's been attacking A, right?
That's the
No,
one I'm
Asher's
focusing on.
attacking a different one.
No, I'm focusing
No.
on rock A.
Yep, everyone's hit A so far. B has been untouched.
Hold a moment, my D&D Beyond's being stupid.
Okay. It was fucked up last week. We had to actually
Yeah,
put
they
a
had
solid
some nice
dice roll.
use today. They were doing a DDoSing attack on it or some shit.
Not zoom out anymore.
21 to
21
hit.
hits. Yep. If you just want to roll your attacks first, that's fine.
And then roll my damage afterwards.
Yeah, it'll make it just easier.
Okay.
Nice shots.
24.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and I gotta roll a D6. $24 points of damage to it.
24. You guys are destroying this thing. And although it's squawking and you could hear it screeching as it keeps on getting pelted, but it's unwavering in its advancement towards you guys.
Ignore that 6. I didn't mean to roll that dice. I was
That's
trying to
perfectly
clear them.
fine. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, because I can't really do anything. I will kind of yell out to everybody like, "Hey, there's another one is approaching us, but it's a little bit further out, isn't it?"
About 150 feet away, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Kane, you are up as you hear Asher shout towards another target.
Well, considering that one's further out and this one's closer, I'm going to shoot at the one closer.
You get it, boy. Get it.
I didn't roll my.
Come on, Georgie.
17.
17 hits.
All right.
Because I was.
Okay, 6. Okay, 8 damage to it. Second attack.
And Thermal, you'll be on deck here shortly.
15.
15 also hits. Just clips it on the wing.
Ten damage to it this time.
Oh, wow. As once again, your bolts screech across open sky, sinking into its feathered hide. Would that be your turn?
That will be my turn.
All right. All right, guys. Here's where it gets dangerous.
Here's where it gets dangerous.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Gets within 60 feet.
Yeah, you'll be able to do it. Let me just measure it out first, real quick.
Is it would that be within 20 of mine? I'm just out of curiosity.
Please hold. Fucker. It's a gigantic model. All right, I gotta work with this. Hold on. Okay, oh, there you go. Whatever. It's in range of Oscar. What you were saying, Oscar?
Is that
I'm gonna-
within 20 of thermal?
Let me measure it, man. It's right there. Boom. Boom.
Well, it's-
It had.
Yeah, you know what? It'll be within 20 of thermal, sure.
The model isn't necessarily representative of its hitbox.
Correct. It is a gargantuan, but we're gonna play it by ear.
It needs to make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
DC 15 in. Oh, he's gonna fail this. Oh my god, a nat fucking 16, but minus 4, 12.
Cool.
Rip.
So he takes. He takes 2. I rolled 2 ones.
That's
He takes
beautiful.
2 psychic damage, but he for the next saving throw it makes it with a -2 to it.
I'm sorry though, what?
The next saving throw it
-2.
makes, it has a -2 to the saving throw.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Does the 12 hit?
12 hit of 12 does not hit. I put the hitbox there, so it's easier to maintain.
Okay, and that hand axe is gone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I see what you're doing there. I'm sorry.
5 minutes later, a little child in a field dies to a hand axe.
A big one. No, it falls on his whole fucking house.
All right, Oscar, you ready?
Oh, it's my turn? Awesome.
No.
That's perfect.
No,
Oh.
that's definitely not your turn. Here we go, guys.
Why are you so mean?
Well, there's been a prediction today.
Body bag him.
First things first, as this creature flies like a fucking bat out of hell, and a bullet, oh my god. Its beak comes down at you for 29.
Onto me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant by am I ready? I see.
Dude, these guys have an incredible plus to hit. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, they fight red dragons on the regular. Adult and ancient red dragons.
Good stuff. Cheers. You guys needed a challenge.
This is our 3rd fight in a row.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my spend my last use of divine protection to give him +4 AC.
So that would give me a 22.
Yep.
And you said it was a 29?
Correct.
Oh, shit.
You can undo it if
Someone
you
needs to
want.
Yeah.
You get a slice.
I don't
I'll get her regular.
I don't think there's anything I could do. Because we only had a short rest. I didn't have enough time to regain my other spell slot. And I used that last game. So yeah, I guess I just have to take the hit.
All right, here we go. The beak crunches down on you for 29 points
Jesus.
of piercing damage. I literally almost rolled max damage. Can I ask you to put this in the microwave? This is freezing. Sorry.
No, don't give him what he wants. He's a monster. I'm at 5 hit points.
Unfortunately, you see talons coming up at you as well, Oscar. There's the dice decide to roll. Oh, that was actually a low roll. That's only a 22.
I don't think I have any. Well, I think that would still hit. I don't.
Well, with the divine protection, you're at 22 right now, right?
Yeah, I don't. But I don't have any spell slots. I only have 2 level 2 spell. Oh wait, I can cast it with a higher level spell slot.
Yep.
I guess I'm gonna have to cast shield at level 2.
Lucky you. As you cast shield out of desperation after that beak, you do your little fucking shieldy thingy, and the talons grab around you like an invisible, lightly hued force field. And you see the talons crush through. In fact, the claws, the talons themselves pierce through it, but it holds it back enough where you just see them like right in front of your face. The creature will stay there for his turn. In the midst of all that going on, you'll see Gregory peek up. Hey guys, I got your food. No shit! And he kind of goes back inside.
You piece of mother!
Hey,
Thermal.
Gregory, you know what would help right now? A black powder explosion stick.
Just a minute! After Thermal, you're up.
Yeah, really
So
accessible.
I'm gonna shift within 10 feet to hit it, then I'm gonna shift back. So I'm just not gonna move my character.
That's fine. Go for it.
With the obsidian halberd, 12 to hit. Well, probably not.
Unfortunately, with all the wind, the gust, the moving, it's not the greatest place to be in melee.
12, another 12 to hit.
Does not do it.
I'm gonna use my action surge, cause why not?
Ooh, the man's desperate.
What the dice? Another 12. I rolled 3 5s in a row.
Nice. Doesn't work.
Wow.
You're obviously getting familiarized with the new weight distribution. Oh, go ahead.
Never mind. Sorry.
The new weight distribution of this cool axe halberd, and you just kind of biffing it. At one point, you feel like you would have connected, but the beak wound up hitting like a handle hit as opposed to an axe hit.
Okay, and then last thing is the back of the polearm.
Get it.
There we go, a 22 to hit.
That hits. As you handle hit, you use the reflect to kind of come up underneath its scruff.
That's
6
gonna
points.
be 6 plus. I'm doing a lot of shit here, so.
That's fine.
Plus another 3, and then I needed to make a strength saving throw, please.
No, don't make a save. I needed to have the negative for my thing.
So you said how much damage?
So
No, strength is insane. No, trust me. No, dude.
Hold on. What was the damage first? Let me get that out of the way first.
I'm getting that here. Sorry. 9 bludgeoning and 7 fire.
9 bludgeoning and
If it
7,
matters.
so 16. Okay. Now, what were you saying, Oscar? I didn't quite hear you.
No, I was telling him don't make it do a strength save because I'm gonna try to make it leave.
I'm invoking my fire rune.
It's gonna
So, strength
pass.
save.
$19?
And it's a -2. Yeah.
17.
Yeah, it has like.
I had to try this, Oscar. I had
Absolutely.
to.
Doesn't it like restrain it and knock it
Yes,
prone?
it restrains it and knocks it
Pull
prone.
up into the ground.
But
Don't
it
I get
failed.
like hold on, because of that mind spike, don't I get a disadvantage on that or something?
No, it's
Minus
still
2.
too high. Its strength mod is stupid high.
Oh,
I had to try, Oscar. I had to try.
that
but
brings us.
Now
He would've-
now I
the
can't.
rock plummeted to the ground.
Yeah, my
So-
thing would make it leave for 8 hours.
The next one is Rock A. Oh, by the way, Gregory's token should not be on the board right now. I'm just gonna put him over there. This creature. What are you gonna do? Who's tasty? Thermal looks awfully tasty. It's a big meal.
Okay, as soon as it comes within
Yep.
10 feet of me.
Pretty cool with me.
20 to hit.
Hits.
Its speed drops to 0.
Yep.
What does that do to a flying creature?
It just stops
They
it in
just
its
stay
tracks.
there.
But I got a 10-foot reach, so we're good.
Let me just double check this. Sorry. That's gonna be 11 slashing damage.
Nice. This rock has taken some decent damage so far. You're starting to see it being, attacking out of desperation.
What was it, bloodied? Because I get an additional 3 damage if it is.
Yeah.
So,
He has bloodied.
okay, yeah, so that's an additional 3 damage on top of that, so a 14 total.
Got it. Okay. Now the creature will continue to do what he's doing. As the beak. That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, shit! Almost max damage. 34 damage. Piercing. Slams into your body.
Okay.
I literally rolled like an 8, a 9, a 7, a 7, and a 3. It's cool.
Is it gun?
And I'm 10 feet away from you, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, he goes to swipe at you with its talons, but doesn't quite reach you. Oscar.
I'm
Hold
going
your
to.
turn. Hold your turn. I got what you were doing, dude. I got you. Just wait for me.
Well, no, I can't really risk anymore. So I'm going to I'm gonna like cut my line that I tied, and then I'm gonna. Oh wait, disengage. Yeah, and then go over here. Do I still have an action, or did I have to use an action to like just like separate myself from what I tied?
Yeah, you're gonna have to actually use an action to get yourself untied, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
so
that's
and
the
then I'm
that's
gonna
the
go.
cost of surviving, I suppose.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go over here, I guess, then just crouch, I guess. And
Hey, Frog.
Yeah.
The creature, when its speed is reduced to 0, fly and actually does fall unless it has the ability to hover.
Linked up.
Yep, working on it. PMing it to you right now.
Please hold. This is important. Okay. All right then. It begins to free fall for till its next turn. So I guess for the sake of fall, I'll just say it moves its range down. Okay. So technically, that creature is 120 feet below the balloon now. Okay. That's fine. So, Oscar,
does
was your
that
turn
stop
done?
him from? Does that stop him from taking the damage?
No, because his thing, I'm gonna say it was at least within range as he's falling. Comes into range. That's when that happens. They both have the same range. The attacks happen at the exact same time.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's all I can do. I have to get away from.
In fact, the talon attack was the creature trying to grab onto the side of this thing. You hear it squeaking down the side of the ship. All right, Oscar, you said you're good?
Right now I can't because I am trying to.
Oscar?
Sorry, I was nodding my head.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry.
I'm good.
Angel, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to... I guess I'm gonna do... Oh, hold on. There we go. Within range... I'm going to attempt... Am I close enough to it to touch it?
Sure. Its
Okay.
head should be there.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay.
Jesus. 14?
14, unfortunately, as it was grabbing that force field before and is trying to regain its stability,
Yeah.
pulls away.
Trash. Trash. Okay, hold on a second.
By the way, Eustace, your next step, so please have your actions ready.
I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points and change or use Quicken Spell in order to change a spell from an action to a bonus action.
Okay?
And I can't cast 2 spells in a turn, so I'm just
Can't
gonna smack it with my bladed feathers.
Okay. Get it.
Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Never mind. Sorry. 2 actions. No, it's not. Gonna work.
Eustace, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna go to the deck right here, and I'm gonna shoot a firebolt down 120 feet to the bird.
Get it. Asher, you're on deck.
A 28. Ooh, almost.
Nice hit.
And I hit for 6 damage. Whew.
Beautiful. High rollers today. Holy shit.
Slide right back to where I was before. And that's the end of my turn.
You got it. Go for it, Usus. Actually, before Asher goes, you'll hear the sounds of grinding and vibrations coming from within the structure that you're standing on. And go.
All right. How close to Asher is this big fucking bird?
Close to Asher. Damn near within striking distance. It, with ease, can probably peck you. So let's just say within melee range.
Well, because I know it has a 10-foot range. Is it within 5 feet? Because I'm using my bow. It matters if it's within 5 feet or 10 feet of me.
No,
So
so it's within 10 feet. Let's just say it's 10 feet. So the beak
so
can get you, but the talons won't.
Okay, so I don't have disadvantage when shooting at it with
Correct.
my bow. Because they have to be within 5 feet. All
Only
right,
because
cool.
he's currently focusing on where Anahel is technically standing.
Okay. I'm going to shoot this big motherfucker.
Get it. And this is Rock B.
Uh, 27 to hit.
It's high rollers today.
And a 13.
That one does not cut it, unfortunately. But the first one absolutely smacked in.
I'm going to use my piercer feat to re-roll that. A little bit better. 8 points of damage this turn.
Points to Rock B. You got it. As your arrow bloop, sinks in, a squawk is heard.
Since I see that it's getting, fucking close, and I don't want to leave Anahel here by herself, I'm going to drop my bow and draw my rapier and shrug down my new shield onto my arm.
Nice.
And kind of get ready to fight this sumbitch.
My man.
So my AC is now 18.
Beautiful. Kane, you're up. Thermal, you'll be on deck shortly.
Asher, I don't think the bird came from a dog. Just letting you know.
Are we gonna see the giant slayer?
Alright, I'm gonna just keep attacking it with my crossbow.
Get it.
There. 18.
Absolutely hits. Dude, you guys are rolling pretty decent hits, man.
Our damage, meh.
Not so much, yeah. You're shooting at B, Kane?
Is that the one I had? That should be the one I have been shooting at. Just
Everyone's been
Okay.
focusing fire on A. B is the one that's in front of Anahel. If you hold the tab key, you'll see that. A is the one that got dropped. Is currently falling.
okay. Yeah. Then yeah, I'll be firing at B.
Okay, all right, you got it. How much damage is that?
7 so far. Okay. Yeah. That's.
Oh,
that'll hit.
nice. 30-20.
Yeah. Ten damage, so total 17 damage this turn.
Beautiful. To Rock B. 10 more damage on top of the 7. Amazing. Would that be your turn?
That will be my turn.
All right. Rock B is up. Who ain't gonna have none of that shite. Asher, you're 1, Anahel, you're 2. Zoe, pick a number, 1 or 2.
2.
2. Who's number 2? Is that Anahel?
Yep.
Right.
Probably the other person.
You can hit Asher. Asher's fine.
With a 28 to hit, Anahel.
Yeah.
Oops, I rolled attack by accident. Let's go to damage, not attack. There we go. Oof, kind of a low roll. 26 points of piercing damage.
Anahel is at 3 hit points.
Oh my god.
As that beak slams into you, it almost like hits you square in your sternum. Your breath gets just exhausted out of your mouth so abruptly you kind of lose your breath a little bit there for a hot second. It then goes to reach up with its talons.
Cool.
As soon as it decides to roll, why aren't you rolling? Clear. There we go. Ooh, you might survive this one. 18 to hit.
Nope. Or, well, it'll hit, yeah.
What's your AC?
14.
Wow. So everyone would see Anahel getting kind of consumed by talons at the moment. I give y'all a moment to maybe interfere if you're able to.
Is it a grapple or an attack?
This is a melee weapon attack that leads into a grapple.
Oh, so I haven't even taken damage yet.
Not yet. This is still the hit.
Cool. Love it. 10 out of 10.
Could I use my reaction to try and like stab it in the foot real quick to make it release her?
Unfortunately, unless you have a way of doing that on your character sheet, I love the attempt, but I can't.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily trying to do damage, just to...
Yeah. No, I get what you're trying to do, and unfortunately, that's what like the defense feat and all that shit is for. All right, here we go. Only 17 points of damage squeezes around you.
Cool.
Are you unconscious?
Yeah. Because
You
3 minus
are-
17 is
Yep, I just
less than 0.
You get grabbed, and everyone would start to see Anahel being pulled off of the ship. And the creature would move half its distance, which is here, with Anahel in tow. Anahel is 60 feet away from the ship. Thermal, you're up.
Oh boy, okay. Apologize, that changed what I was gonna do. I forgot, what are the jumping rules?
It's... hold on, I can look it up.
I don't think you're going to be able to jump 60 feet, bro.
Even with that ring.
The
Also,
king
no
has the
jumping on the blip. Dude, we had an agreement, guys.
What's your strength modifier? Or what's your strength score?
16.
And how tall are you with your giant's might?
10 feet.
Yeah, even with a running long jump, you can only get you can only jump 16 feet.
I guess I'm just gonna hold my action for when someone comes. Holding an action, does that use reaction or no?
No, it's
Yes.
just holding an action.
When you use the action that you held, it uses a reaction.
I'm gonna use second wind on myself.
Okay.
To heal 9. And that's all I can do.
You got it. Rock A is next, who will just return to the fight.
And I will hit him again.
I forgot about that shit. Go ahead. Fuck.
18 to hit.
It hits.
And speed reduces to 0.
Dude. It comes back up. He goes clack, and it fucking falls back down. That's not cool.
18 slashing damage.
Slashing. I thought this was the is it the halberd or the butt end to the reaction?
It's the halberd. I could actually use the actual halberd. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sorry. How much damage was that in total?
18 slashing.
18 to the rock. 18 minus. This creature, when you smack it on the head, you absolutely heard a light crunch.
They're playing whack-a-mole. Get back down there.
It's like you're using like a broom to like just push down. No.
Oscar, you're up with a Anahel on deck.
Well, unfortunately I cannot fly currently because we have not a long rest. So I cannot save them. And I'm also almost dead myself. So I'm gonna use my action to heal myself using my racial ability to try to not die. So I'm gonna heal myself 7. So I'm at 12. And then I'm gonna bonus action hide. And just bonus action hide. Should I roll stealth or?
Honestly, one bird's running away, the other one's below, so you're gonna get it because they don't currently have eyes on the ship. At least not the deck of the ship.
Great. I just don't want to be the first one to be attacked. And that'll be my turn. I don't want to die.
Alright, Anahel, let's see it.
Well, we shouldn't see it. You should whisper it.
Roll 2 nat 20s.
Healing word would be so nice right about now.
I would be if I had spell slots. We hadn't long rested, and I'm completely tapped.
Also, what's the range on healing word?
60 feet?
Is it 60? I thought it was like 120.
No, it's only 60 feet.
No, it's not that far.
Alright. Eustace, you're up.
Where is the rod of whatever right now?
It's in my bag of
It's in
holding.
this bag of holding.
If I wanted to get the rod from Oscar, how difficult would that be? Or how much? What
It would
am I
take an
actually-
action for sure. It would 100% take at least an action.
Oof.
It'd be a sleight of hand check.
No, he would just reach into it and know what he wants to grab.
Well, unless you stop him. Are you gonna let him do that?
I mean, if it's for if he's like, I needed to save Anahel, then okay. Oh, it's you got your own.
I need the rod now.
Oh, well, you're gonna have to reach into the bag.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket for it.
It's in my front pocket.
And also, if you press it at the wrong time, we'll die. Also, it takes an action to push the button too, just so you know. But
So what? How much of my action economy am I going to use for this?
you'd have to use an action to reach into the bag.
Okay, so I can't cast a spell now that I picked it up. Did
No.
that?
No, you
unless
would not
it's
be
a
able to.
unless it's
A
bonus action spell, or you have some sort of way to change a bonus action into a full-on spell.
Also, please don't make us lose this item. It can be very useful.
Nah, he just yeets it off the fucking boat.
Imagine that shit.
Mm.
He
I
throws
know.
it, takes a 50-50 chance that it hits on the button on the rock.
Yeah,
It still wouldn't do anything.
I don't think those odds are 50-50, Frog.
My plan was going
Just
to
gonna be
losing it.
real fun.
Your plan was gonna be what?
The plan was going to be to lose the rod. It was going to involve losing the rod, but it's a pretty solid plan.
Well, what's this plan? Now Oscar's like, wait a second.
I was going to door dimension on top of.
You cannot discuss this in the middle of a fight.
I was going to door dimension on
Yeah, you
top
can.
of and use the wand in front of its heading.
You're gonna dimension door in midair in front of it, and then push the button, and then have it slam
It's a
into
close
the
hanger
rod.
it.
Yeah.
Close hanger the rod.
I love it, but
That
that's a
would
lot of
take
action.
two
time.
actions.
Yeah.
That would take 2 actions. Also, I don't know if you can. You would also then fall to your death.
Well, I have Featherfall.
What's the range on Featherfall?
We can't just swing the balloon around and come pick you back up.
Yeah, it's not like we can.
Yeah,
swing back
you
and
would
pick
fall
up.
faster than we could retreat. I mean, How?
Whatever.
Featherfall also only lasts for a minute, and you fall 10 feet every round, so that's 60 feet in a minute. We're like thousands of feet up.
You would die.
Some-
Unless he he just keeps casting Featherfall. Featherfall! Ah! Featherfall! Ah!
I guess that's not going to work. So I'm just going to cast my Firebolt and move this along.
Okay. To which one? A or B?
A.
So you're going to move
17.
to the edge of the ship, aim down, and then move back?
Yep.
With a 17, that does hit. 9 points
9
of
damage.
I'm sorry, you did say A, right?
Correct.
Got it.
How the hell are we going to see Anahel? I'm going to yell at Greg. Gregor, we need to turn the ship now!
Is that just a minute?
She's gonna die.
All right, would that be your turn?
Maybe that's his plan because he'll criticizing him.
All right, Asher. Be our hero.
Yeah. Asher is just going to yell out to everybody, the other one's got Anahel, and it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, shouldn't have dropped my bow. Throws his fucking rapier and his shield down, picks up the damn bow, and is like, come back here, you overgrown chicken! And looses an arrow at it.
Get it?
It's like, oh, he hit me with an arrow. I should come back. Yes. Yo, that was almost me.
An 11 to hit. That was almost bad.
Ooh, unfortunately, yeah, it does not work. Ooh.
Fucking that one.
Fuck. Please hold while I open up the generator. Fumble table. This is a weapon range. That's a regular attack, spell, fumble, fucker, where are you? Attack, roll, fumble, where are you? Alright, roll me a D100, please.
That's the one with the 2 zeros on it, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
$50, and then now I have to roll a D10, right?
Correct.
51.
Roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
Woo! No.
Am I about to lose my magical bow?
That depends on your roll.
A 19.
Nice. You boom, and the vibration of the ship, whatever's happening below deck, is foreign to you. But between that and the hastiness of come back, you overgrown fucking chicken, you almost drop your bow. It kind of like slips a little bit, but you hold on tight. That would have been bad news bears. Yeah, that would have been bad news bears. All right, that is your turn.
We could find it.
Dive after it.
I really wish I had my wings.
Was that roll for anything? I saw a roll. I don't know what.
I was trying to clean up my dice because there's like a fuck ton of them over here.
I could do that for you. All right, cool. Next up, before Kane, you hear the sounds of clink, 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 like there's doors opening up somewhere.
Ooh.
And you hear what happens?
Wait, what was that? Repeat that noise.
In fact, the pressure is such that it even moves the deck of the ship a little bit. What people would see in the direction of Anahel is this cargo net-like contraption kind of go and kind of like do one of these netting situations like you see fishermen do. And as it reaches out, the metal or weighted baubles on the ends of certain points of this wrap around this rock. I actually already rolled that. I rolled a 16 to hit. And the rock, with Anahel in tow, becomes completely surrounded by this netting and begins to kind of fight. And its flight has been disrupted as it begins to plummet whatever length of rope is on the end of it. Asher, seeing that, or not Asher, excuse me, Kane, seeing that, it is your turn.
All right, so let's see. So A and B are both back, correct?
A and B are both
Well, what did the net hit?
B, the one with Anahel.
Okay, so B's kind of tied up at the moment.
Not kind of. He literally, by definition, is tied up. Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna fire at A.
Get it. You'd have to move to the shoot. I'm sure you're moving in, shooting, and moving back. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I can get to where it is easily.
Gotcha. You got it.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Get it. Kill it. Kill it.
He ain't killing it. Not with his crossbow.
12 damage. Wow.
East.
You need a new ranged weapon, buddy.
7. I'm fine. Okay, so 18 damage on the first attack.
Beautiful. Actually. Okay. Keep it up.
Keep it up. See where it gets you.
14.
14 does hit.
Okay. That's 6. Three, so 9 damage on the second attack.
Beautiful. This creature is really struggling trying to keep steady flight.
And that's my turn.
Beautiful. Moving right along. Rafabi is entangled and will absolutely try to make a strength saving throw to escape it for its turn. Oh yeah. This creature just spreads out its wings, and although the netting is still caught on some places, its wings are that they can at least sustain some degree of struggled flight. Is anyone there to witness it? Asher, give me a perception check. Nice.
25.
You do not see a falling Anahel. As far as you're concerned, you are believing that Anahel is still in the talons of this creature. Alright, that takes us to Thermal.
Okay, I was just gonna mention, seeing Eustace is trying to do something. I can throw you, and then I'm gonna take the dodge action. That's my turn.
You got it. Rock A. To be honest, this fucking thing's a complete idiot. I don't think it rationalizes strategy. It goes by hunger.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah. Good night, buddy. I love you. Literally, this thing has a 3 intelligence. It's dumber than dog shit.
It didn't hit this time.
Uh-oh. Alright. You ready, Thermal?
Yep.
Here it
Bring it
comes. The beak swings in there with a 17 to hit. That was a really low roll. Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
Yep.
Wowzers. 29 points of damage slams into your body.
Are you raging?
All the rages. I'm tapped on those.
We all were pretty tapped.
One talon slams onto the deck, or like the banister. The other one tries to like reach for you. Well, mind you, it's kind of flapping its wings, trying to, as it's grabbing you. Fucking attack. Go ahead. That's gonna hit you. 28. That was a relatively low roll. That is a 20 to hit, or 20 for damage.
Ooh, boy. Okay.
Give me a... The target is automatically grappled. You can roll on your turn to escape it at a certain... Go ahead.
Can you grapple a large creature?
It's gargantuan.
Oh yeah, it's gargantuan.
This thing
I wanted to make
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, no, this thing can lift up elephants. Until this grapple ends, the target is officially restrained. and I can't use my talons again until you're not. So, for the purpose of this, and because it used its entire movement to get to you, it's grabbed you currently on the deck. Its other claw is on the banister, but you are grabbed.
Frog, he had disadvantage to hit me because it took the dodge action.
You're
Oh,
right.
Oh wow.
You're right. Please hold. So let me roll the beak again. Disadvantage. I rolled a nat 20 for the beak, by the way, on that second roll, but it doesn't work because of the disadvantage. That would have. I just had a sheer shits and grins. I'm sorry.
just gonna see the damage.
That would have been 27
A lot.
plus 32.
Yeah.
59.
And then the talon then technically is at disadvantage. So the first one hit with I forgot what the first one hit with. The second one would have been a dirty 20, which I believe would have hit you anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right, cool.
Worth a shot.
Oscar, you're up. Good night, lady. I love you.
Okay. How far? This would be my last spell slot. How far are they now? Like, did the second rock fly? Like, he's grappled. Did the second rock start to fly away, or is it still right there?
So the rock is basically like a fish on a hook. All right. So although the cargo netting is on it, it's got its wings free enough where it's flapping, so it can come back to attack.
No, not the Anahel one. I can't help Anahel.
Oh, that's right on
I'm
the
talking
deck.
about-
It's
Okay,
literally
so it didn't-
standing on the deck and has thermal grabbed in the other one.
Okay, I don't even think this would work, but as in a chance to try to save a friend, I'm just gonna see if it works. I'm gonna cast grease on its talons.
Okay. I'll give it to you. Here's what I'll give it to you. Although the grease does cake onto its legs, now it's not going to cover the whole creature, but its legs
it's too big.
are covered in grease. I will give advantage on his escape check DC. As a result, I
Okay.
think that's more than fair.
All right, you got this. Hide. I just used my last second level spell slot.
Would
I
that
have-
be your turn?
Yes. No one hit it with fire until he gets out.
Anahel, you're up.
Oh yeah, roll that 20 and wake up.
And then fly. You can fly. You're the only one here that can currently fly.
He's typing
You could
something
do
to
it.
me. He's typing something to me.
May God be my witness.
What do you got, Caleb? The suspense is fucking me up right now. I don't even think he hears me. Can you hear me?
Oh no! Oh no! He didn't
Check your
roll that one.
DMs.
I can't tell which one's the one facing up. Is it the good one or the bad one? The not so good
Bad
one? Okay. Fair enough. Let me see here. All right. So, moving right along. Eustace, you're up.
I'm gonna. Does thermal go before rock A, or after rock A?
Thermal before.
Okay, I'm going to hold my action for the end of thermal's turn.
You got it. Asher, you're up.
All right. Can I see Rock B from where I'm at?
I would say yes. Double check. Tab. Yes.
Is
Oh
there
yeah,
like a-
100%. 100%.
Is there a rope that's like connecting it to the boat, the airship,
Yes.
or
Wherever this net came from the compartment, from the body of the ship, there is a rope. Absolutely there, and once again, the rock has escaped enough to sustain flight, but the rope is still kind of jingle jangled around its body.
all right? Can't do much for her, but I look over and I see that it's got thermal. I'm like, not that fucking one too. And I'm gonna shoot Rock A. And because I also still have my extra damage on that one too.
You got it,
from
boy.
favorite.
Get it.
A dirty 20 to hit.
100%.
Another dirty 20, so 2 dirty 20s, so both hit.
Cool. Get it.
First damage.
I'm gonna be honest. You have the potential to kill this thing. Roll good.
So 12 plus 4. Alright, next damage die. I'm going to use my Piercer feat to re-roll that, because I can do that once per turn. Yeah. Is it more than 30 feet away from me?
Is it more than 30 feet away? I'm going to safely say it's 60 feet, but let me double check for sake of accuracy. Please hold. It's 80. Let's just call it 80 feet.
The one. That's the wrong one. The one that's in front of thermal.
Oh, my most humble apologies. Please hold. Boom. The base of its token is, yes, it's beyond 30. Let's call it 35 feet away.
Okay.
Let's call it.
So I get to add my proficiency bonus onto the damage dice then too. That's 32 points of damage.
32 points of damage sinks into this creature.
Damn near max rolls on everything.
Your arrow literally clips it on where its joint is, and its wing is basically like a flutter on its side. Its one other wing is still very strong, but you can tell this creature is in a position of not being able to sustain any kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Self-preservation flight. Yeah. But it's alive, but it's really not doing well.
I have a question for you, because I know you can make attacks with your bonus action. You just don't get to add certain things to them. Could I throw a dagger at it?
The throw command, unless you have a way to throw as a bonus,
that's what I'm saying. Action, throw a dagger.
You have to be wielding. You have to be wielding in your
You have to
hand.
be wielding 2 light weapons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that was just my question there.
And that was a good one. Good idea.
You can throw them as a bonus action because it is an attack, and it has a thrown trait. But yeah, you'd have to be.
I'd have to already have it in my hand.
Yeah.
Okay, that was just my question.
It's a good question. So I like where your head was at.
That's my turn.
Okay.
There's not much else I can do.
All right. Which one did you just get done attacking?
Rock A, the one in front of thermal, that's currently moving around right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it. Turn around, you motherfucker.
Ha!
Oh, there we go. Figured it out. Fuck you, bitch.
All right. Well, since it's my turn, I guess.
Yep. Wait, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, no. You'll hear clink, 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 as you hear squawking. If you were to turn over your shoulder, because you're shooting Rock A, as you turn over the shoulder to one that Anahel's in, you'll see that the rope is obviously becoming shorter, as if it's being reeled in like a fish. That takes care of that. Now it's your turn, Kane.
All right. So Rock B is the one in front of thermal, right?
Rock B is the one with Anahel. Rock A is in front of thermal. My apologies for getting that confused.
Okay. Is either of them tied up right now?
Rock B is the one that's tied up with Anahel in its hands. Rock A is the one that's in front of thermal, and it's currently got thermal grappled. So, but it's about to die.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack Rock A then. That's a miss.
Your bolt flies wide right.
Okay, I imagine 22 hits.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Nine damage. Shit.
9 damage. And
Is
that's
that
the one that...
enough?
So, how
No?
do you put this rock out of its misery?
Just shoot it in the head.
Boom. And with a squawk, with no echo, because there's no fucking echo to anything to bounce off of here, you, Thermal... Get. Do me a favor, Thermal.
The talons is greased.
Right. Roll... Well, you can't roll with a double. No, because it dies, so it just lets you go. My issue is where you would have been grabbed at the point. I'm going to give it a 50-50. Okay, good. You're still on the deck. It lets you go, and it begins to do that bird circle spin down to the ground as it disappears into the cloud canopy. And Thermal, you are also covered in grease because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Firebolt. Revenge for sitting on me.
I
just didn't want it to do my job for me.
That was a awesome kill, homie. Let's take it now to Rachbi. Rachbi's turn. In its
show me that goddamn map.
In its desperation. Sorry, Caleb is making me laugh behind the scenes, little bastard. What happens is, out of desperation of this rock, is it begins to crush down in panic, but not letting go of Anahel. And honestly, Asher, you're the only one that's close enough to hear it. Give me another perception check for audio. You hear what can only be described as knuckles cracking from this range.
Any kind of squelch?
No squelch, just cracking. Almost like, like that hollow bone pop sounds, you know? Thermal, you are up. Oh, Thermal, you only have 1 health?
Yeah,
We
Still-
need a long rest.
I can still throw you, Eustace. Yeah. I can't do much.
I got the
I
other
would
one,
take the
guys! I
dodge.
got it!
I would take the dodge action again if I was just in case.
I am taking the dodge action, but yeah, unless Eustace wants me to throw him.
Well, why are you throwing people?
I believe I can fly.
All right, I believe that's Thermal's turn. Oscar, you are up.
I saved the day. So I'm just going to also take. Oh wait, well, how far down is it?
What, the rock?
Yeah.
Let's go with 30 to 45 feet below deck. It's being reeled in while still trying to fly, so it's kind of like in a downward angle. So we're going to say between 30 and 45 feet.
Oh wait, but Anahel weighs more than 10 pounds.
Oh, you're right. Crushed bone does still have the same amount of density and mass.
I guess I'll. So can we? I'm gonna take the dodge action. There's nothing I could. There's literally nothing I could do. Mage hand won't help. Like it can't pick her up.
I understand.
So dodge action, hide, feel bad.
Gotcha. Annabelle, you're up. And you already proactively done it for me, I see. Awesome. Gotcha. Eustace, you're up.
Oh boy. Just going to I guess I'm just gonna attack the. Is it within 60 feet? You said right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let's toll the dead. Wisdom save 17.
Nice. I don't have much of a wisdom. That's a fail.
It'll be 2d12.
10 damage.
Beautiful. Would that be your turn?
Yep. Move back and turn.
Right before
Hey,
Asher
buddy.
goes, Asher, you would hear a thunder crack.
Like a gunshot going off.
Say what? What'd you
Do
say?
what?
What's a
You-
gun?
I said like a gunshot.
Correct.
All right.
Or a cannon.
Asher, seeing the rock still stuck, is going to pull back on his bow and loose 2 arrows into it, just for the simple fact that it took one of his friends.
Get it?
$14 to hit.
14 is exactly what you need.
Fuck you. Second. Fucking hell, and that one.
Was that to hit?
Yeah.
D100.
Let me roll my
Another
damage for the.
51.
So damage, it takes 10 points of damage. Now let me roll my D100s. $89.
Oh.
You said 89.
Yeah. Well, sorry, the rock took 13 points of damage, but yeah, 89 for the
Gotcha.
roll.
Believe it or not, that's not that bad. It just says here you attack wildly and lose track of the fight around you. You get discombobulated. Just end your turn. That's actually not
Okay.
as bad as I thought.
Oh well, it could be bad depending on the circumstance, but for this one, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can do with my bonus action or movement, so yeah.
Beautiful. After you kind of... Oh, actually, let me do damage first. You said 13 damage?
13 damage, yeah.
So, at this point, you would see what looks like a mechanical, like, spider-looking thing kind of crawl up onto the deck. And it looks at you, and it's basically this long cylindrical tube. And then it just spins and kind of looks over at the rock. Saboo!
Oh, I've seen one of these things before. I've seen it like twice. 2 different people. One of them was also a gnome.
You can see chunks of feathers fly off, like some of that rope as well. Kane, you're up.
We're shooting at Rock A again.
That's the only one that's left.
We're shooting at Rock B. Rock A is dead.
Okay.
Yeah, you killed it, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
in
know.
the-
I'm losing track of these rocks here. Leave me alone.
Tab
Yep,
while
sir.
2 rocks, too many.
Well, I know one bird's dead and one bird's alive.
2 rocks, too many.
on Tailspire, and it'll tell you the name of everything.
Yep, hold tab.
Mods.
I missed that roll. What was it?
It was an 8. It was a miss.
No dice. Rock B is... well, I'm sorry, Kane, I'm assuming that was the end of your turn?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Now it's the end of my turn because I just did my second attack.
Damn.
And it missed too. It was
this-
an 8 again.
This rock brings himself closer, giving himself some slack as you see his head go into the bow of this ship. You hear, nah, shit!
What's wrong, Greg?
Oh no, it's gonna kill Gregory
Oh,
before he can cause the end of civilization with his invention.
no. I can see the rock, right?
Please hold. Oh, I can't do a talent attack. You hear, ah! All right, now you were saying, Thermal?
I can see the rock, right?
It's a huge creature. So even though its head is below ground, its body mass extends away from the ship far enough that you can see like tail feathers and its back.
Okay, I'm actually gonna do something.
Okay, because it's your turn anyway, so go for it.
Well, this is a reaction on its turn. I'm gonna move the attack onto me. with a cloud rune.
Do I need to move to hit you or
No, it's magical ability, so it's my rune. Any creature within 30 feet of me that makes an attack.
Yeah, I remember that, but don't I have to like attack
never,
the nearest
wait,
thing?
I need to see the creature being hit. Never mind. I cannot see Gregory.
Correct. Gregory's below,
Never mind.
unfortunately. Okay. That takes care of. Okay, well, Thermal, technically it's your turn now, so go ahead.
I'm gonna do something crazy, guys.
I love it. I love it.
You're
Give me
gonna jump on
crazy.
its back.
Give me crazy, boy. Come on, give me crazy.
Jump onto the rock's back
No, I need that map, you sick son of a bitch!
and try to grab Annahel from its talons and jump under the deck through the opening.
All right, so I will. First of all, let's do it this way first, for the sake of imagery. Set
You should see
flying.
Austin. No!
Enable flying. For the sake of dramatics and thematics. So you jump on this creature's back. It's a gargantuan creature. Okay. So if you want to climb down its side, I'm gonna say you'll have the footage for it. I'm willing to give that to you because this is fucking awesome. But you're climbing using fur and flesh in netting, all combined in free flight, windy, and elevated. I need to give you need to give me some sort of a climbing check. So either an acrobatics or an athletics check, please.
Would it be able to use my pittance and shove a pitten into this flesh and use that to help?
Only because it sounds cool. I'll give you a +1 to your roll.
Okay. So what kind of a check? Sorry.
Rock climbing.
Athletics. Oh yeah, rock climbing. That's awesome. Athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, I have advantage because I'm big.
All right, cool.
Oh, an 11. Well, +1, so 12.
Okay. What roll? Will your advantage?
I did.
Oh, that was it. Oh no.
No, you stupid son of a bitch!
Is Thermal about to fall to his death?
Yes!
A dexterity saving throw, and you better beat a fucking 12, please. You need need to beat a 12. I'm telling you proactively. Oh my god. Okay, so you attempt to slide under. You jam the pitten in. You jam the pitten in, but the creature is you know, and you get whipped by some rope, and you begin to free fall. But right before you, oh my god, as you're falling, you grab onto its talon. Your hand is big enough to grab around it enough to squeeze, but you're literally like hanging on by one arm in free flight. Wow. Okay.
Why are you wasting the life I just saved? Why would you think that works?
So you're down here, and Annahel is technically right here as well. At least you see Annahel.
Yeah, would it be able to grab the body and throw it in the ship?
Not now.
Okay.
But you know, maybe on your next turn.
Okay, there we go.
All right, Oscar, you're up.
You know how hard it's gonna be to find a dwarf body smashed onto the Earth's surface?
Go ahead, Oscar. What do you got?
Give me. Oscar's like, give me the goddamn thing back. I can't. I don't have, because it was only a short rest. God fucking damn it! I would have been able to save them. Do you have? Wait, you still have Misty Step, right?
I have Misty Step and Dimension Door right now. You can only save one of them.
Save the one that's
alive.
More likely to. Yeah, save the one that's alive.
Yeah, Thermal's the only one that's like alive. I'm pretty sure from the popping and everything Azure had been hearing that Annahel's dead.
Wait, it didn't drop Annahel by now?
No, it's kind of wrapped up in netting.
Oh, I thought Annahel was dead forever ago. And this is Oscar, not me, by the way. Yeah. Oscar's gonna move over to the edge, I guess. And he's gonna, you know what? He's gonna tie rope and throw rope down. There we go. That's something. That's actually something. Yup.
Okay.
He's gonna throw a rope down. You fucking idiot! Grab the goddamn rope and
I
shrink.
will let you know the rock is big enough that it is reachable from over the ledge, just so you know, for melee. If that alters your strategy. I'm just saying.
No, because then he'll fall.
Okay, your call. All right, you throw the rope down, and fuck it, with the winds and the way it's traveling, I'll say it's within reach of thermal. I'm assuming that's what you're aiming for there?
Yeah, I'm aiming for
Okay.
thermal.
That's fair.
And
Caleb, read your PMs.
bonus action, disengage, and I back away out of the rock's reach.
Okay. Eustace, you're up. What do you got, hero boy?
Can you yell at what are you doing, Thermal? Can I hold multiple what if actions in a row?
No. The
You
best
get
thing
one
you could
action per turn.
the best thing you could probably try to do is go 30 feet down with Misty Step, activate the rod under you, sit on it, and then like try to get him to grab onto it. That's kind of the best bet, but that's also extremely dangerous.
Yeah, that's extremely dangerous.
Look at Kane's face. He's just like, oh no.
Are you trying to get like a TPK?
Someone is.
Just at the end of the day, we just gotta. I'm just gonna do damage. Wisdom save, 17.
And get destroyed.
Wisdom
At
save.
the end of the day, we're just gonna have to find their bones.
That is literally a 4. That's a fail and a half.
Ten necrotic damage. I'm gonna slide back over. Oh, this is so bad. End turn.
Okay. This creature is starting to bust at the seams here. It's not doing well. It's still there, but it's not doing well. Would that be your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. As the creature. Let me see here. Let's see here. It got shot, it got hit. It's dangling. It's dumb and continue. Yeah, it's still staring at Gregory. So I mean, it's gonna keep on going. This thing's not intelligent at all. It's gonna swing towards Gregory again. Ah! 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 Get away! Get away! Get away! No.
Is
Gregory died.
Can I see Gregory?
Yeah, you see him on the ground with a pistol in his hand, like, I'm trying to bat away this creature. Dude, this thing's gargantuan, and Gregory's a fucking gnome. It's like a booger to this thing.
You see a flea on its beak.
I have another question for you, Frog.
Yeah.
Can I see the state of Vanahel?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even have to roll for it. Annahel's not moving. And the claws and the talons have like squeezed upon her. You'll see chunks of armor just kind of between the joints of the, you know what I mean? She's not bleeding, that you can tell from here, from this wind and whatnot, but it looks like she's under a lot of pressure.
Under pressure.
Gregory. Thermal. Oh my God. You see Gregory, but he's like, you know, like he seems to be not doing too well.
You will plummet to your death.
Asher.
You will plummet to your death.
You are.
We need to keep Gregory alive, otherwise we're dead.
I need that.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck? And Asher is going to see fucking Thermal still dangling from the side of the goddamn big ass chicken.
Throw another rope down just in case.
I don't have any more rope. I don't have any rope. And do I know Gregory's getting attacked? Because I can't see into the ship.
Nice. You
Are you
can
sure we
hear
can hear
Gregory.
him? Well, no.
You can probably hear him yelling.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna say any kind of visuals. But once again, this creature, you're a hunter. This thing's looking pretty beat up.
Yeah, but I'm afraid if I shoot it, then Thermal's gonna fall.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
What was your plan, Thermal? What was your fucking plan?
Oh my fucking god.
In his defense, he had like advantage and shit. So.
He's also nope.
But there is a rope, so I'm willing to give a little leeway with maybe some sort of a save to be like rope. But
I think you get to shoot it, Asher. I don't think you'll kill it, but you do the most damage. You get it close enough.
Shoot it, Asher. I mean, we kind of don't have a choice at the moment.
Fuck it. We can't lose Gregory. Fuck it. Yeah, Asher's just gonna shoot the goddamn thing.
get it, boy. This is exciting. I love it.
The map.
Oh, this is so good. Oh, everyone's at the red line. I fucking love it.
29.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh no, he might actually kill it.
This first one is 2d8.
You have a potential to kill this creature right now, just so you know.
Oh, you don't have any spell slots, so you can't cast Hunter's Mark on.
So, fuck, what was the first roll?
It was a 10. You did a total of 16 damage.
16 plus my proficiency bonus if it's more than 30 feet away.
For the record, you have, it's not more than 30 feet away, it's right below you.
Okay.
But if you hit spacebar, and the upper right-hand side, there's a book. You can see the chat log of your rolls, just so you guys know.
Okay, cool. So yeah, 16 for the first one. And now I'm gonna shoot it again. For a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
I'm going to use my Piercer feat to re-roll that because I can do that once per turn. Shit, actually, sorry. No, that was supposed to... That first critical hit should have had 3d8 on there because Piercer has a thing where if I roll a crit, it's I get to add an additional d8.
I'm okay with that. Yep, just give me that number. I trust you.
Okay.
Do you double that D8 or is it just one D8?
It's double
Gives
dice.
an additional d8. Yeah, it with regular critical hits, you get to roll 2 dice. With the Piercer feat, whenever I crit, I get to roll an additional d8 as long as my weapon deals piercing damage.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool.
So, okay. Oh, that was a 1. So that's not bad.
I like that sound.
So that first one would have been 17 points of damage, and then another 7 on top of that, so 24 points of damage?
24 points.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
Yeah,
17
24.
plus 7 is
24. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. 24 points of damage.
Beautiful. Not what I expected, to be quite honest. However, the condition of this creature
Has decreased.
Looking pretty bad. In fact, it doesn't look like it's having difficulty keeping sustained straight flight as it's flapping, but it's kind of like all fucking over the place. Yeah, Kane.
Wait, question.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I didn't end up using my Piercer. I forgot because I got sidetracked. I didn't use my Piercer feat to re-roll any of my damage dice, but I can do that once per turn. Could I re-roll that one that I just rolled?
You would.
Cool.
Get an 8. Get an 8.
I did.
Hey!
So that
So
changes.
just add
it.
7 damage.
So yeah, add 7 damage to it.
Same thing I
31
said
total.
before. Same thing I said before, but a little bit worse. This creature's on death's door.
Alright.
That's Kane's turn.
Take a shot with this crossbow. Let's go. Come on.
Okay. Oh my god.
18.
That hits.
Alright. Ooh. That's... Okay, the first attack deals 9 damage.
Okay, your cross bolt, your bolt slides in. A loud squawk. Okay, hits. This, yeah, roll damage first. Your bolt, almost in slow motion.
13 damage.
Your bolt, almost in slow motion, flies, missing the chain that holds the balloon by an inch. It slides into the eye socket of this creature. It doesn't even squawk. It just goes mute, and the body falls lifeless.
Grab the
Thermal.
rope.
Thermal. I'm going to be real with you. Here's your situation. You have Annahel to your right. You have the rope to your left. The talons have opened up at this point. If you choose to grab the rope, because it was a friendly action, I don't want that to fall on deaf ears and not take into consideration that took action economy to do so. I will give you an advantage roll to grab the rope, or you can take that advantage die and use it to try to grab Annahel's body, or Annahel in general, with one hand while grabbing the rope without advantage with the other. That is your choice. What is Thermal gonna do? FYI, if you do not grab the rope, you will fall. And I'll even give you the DC. I'm gonna keep it relatively tame. I'll make it, you know what? It's a friendly action. 12 or better.
Oh, that's actually a lot.
You got this, Thermal.
Would try to grab both.
Okay. You know, just
He's a
because
greedy
I want,
man.
let's do this first. You roll for Annahel first.
Strength, Dex.
And I'll make that a 12 too, because
straight-
let's have some fun. Oh, no, you could use, without advantage, of course, what check would represent grabbing and grabbing? I don't know if sleight of hand does it. Throw some ideas
Dex
out.
save? Dex save?
You know what? Sure. Deck save sounds exciting.
Okay, here's Annahel.
12 or better.
He's only a level 1
18.
barbarian.
18. You grab Annahel. Hold on. Okay, I'm getting into this. All right. Grab the rope.
Here's the rope.
12 or better.
That would be a 14.
Yeah!
Wrong. I rolled a 12 on the dice.
Dude.
So,
I'll tell you what.
I'm very happy, but I'm almost upset that he's
Okay.
being rewarded for idiocy.
Thermal. This was your heroic moment. You paint the picture. What just happened as the rock begins to fall out of orbit?
as I grab Annahel and grab the rope, I'm gonna shrink to my size and like Tarzan swing into the hole where Gregory is. With the momentum.
You fall into. Are you going to minimize yourself under this momentum?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna shrink with Annahel.
As you catapult in and Tarzan swing in, you begin to shrink with enough momentum to at least throw Annahel forward and land inside the belly of this airship or balloon.
let's get down below quick. And I guess we're all going
Is
to
that-
go back inside.
Is
Down
the
below.
hatch open?
The hatch on the side is open, and the top, the mechanism is not closed. So yeah, so it could be opened.
Can I go
Yeah,
down
Action's
there?
going to run over and open it up.
Absolutely. Give me a moment here. I'm trying to find.
You okay, Gregory?
Oh no! My arm!
Wait, did
you
Gregory
okay?
lose his arm?
No, he's definitely like. Sorry, I'm multitasking. You can see he's trying to stand up, and his arm's just weak at his side. Oh,
I'll help him stand, even though I'm pretty unsteady myself.
you okay?
I'm rough. I've been better. Not sure about Annabelle.
He looks over towards Annahel. Oh my God! As you look over at Annahel, and at this point, I'm assuming everyone's trying to fit their way into the small cabin of some sort.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get down to Annahel to try and cast at least Spare the Dying on her.
Absolutely. You all make your way in. You see Gregory's injured. He's bleeding a little bit from his arm. His shirt is kind of tore open. His pistol's on the ground. He fell to the floor. His little mechanical thingy is like spider climbed upside down inside the hull as well. And whatever. Everyone at this point, for the sake of continuity and time, everyone at this point is gathered at the base or inside the belly of this, which is nothing more than a workshop with some bedding, pretty much. You know, roomy enough and homey enough for a fucking gnome. Regardless of which, you guys, cramp up Annahel's body. Annahel, what does your body, if you were to paint a picture in our heads, the current state of your body, knowing what you know, what position is it in? What does it look like? Go.
The body seems relatively untouched. However, you do notice that the glimmer that was of her silvery skin and her wings just seems to be a flat, dull, gray color, no longer giving off any shine or radiance whatsoever.
As you all look on at this imagery, Asher, in quick haste, as Asher is no stranger to this situation, Asher lunges forward, pushing Eustace to the side, pushing Kane to the side, almost falling to his knees briskly. As Asher does what?
He just says, "I hope I'm not too late," and he touches her to cast Spare the Dying. It's like this foresty green and black energy comes to his hand as he tries to pulse it through her to at least stabilize.
You feel the warmth in your palm as you try to channel this energy. But you feel the warmth in your palm travel up your elbow back into your arm, and you hear a faint whisper in your ear, in a female voice, the words, "No."
Damn it.
Gregory.
God damn it.
Gregory's like, "No! No! Wait! And he starts rummaging through some barrels and buckets.
Gregory, she's gone.
No! He comes up with these two paddles.
Clear!
He runs back to the center where Annahel's body is. At this point, the door, the hatches, this is closing. Where all the wind is no longer there. It's now calm inside. His fucking pork roast or whatever he was cooking is tipped over. It doesn't fucking matter. No! Hold this! As he goes to Oscar. Oscar, he hands you like this vase, I guess, or bucket. It's got a very thick, clear liquid in it, and it smells of citrus. Like it has a citrusy smell. He takes these little devices in his hand, and he puts these cylindrical tubes, whatnot. He puts a potion in Annahel's pocket. He puts it in her mouth and kind of forces it down the gullet. Puts a plastic bite tool in the mouth. Rips open her chest area. Exposed.
Oh, gore!
Sorry.
No!
And then says, "If you're squeamish, turn away." He pulls out this fucking needle, plunges it into your heart, pulls it out, throws it. It kind of goes click, click, click across the floor, and then says, I can do this! I did it on my sheep!
Sheep?
He presses the
well.
button. You see Anahel's body tense for like a second and goes lifeless. He stares and watches. No! Does it again. By the way, every time he does it, Oscar, take 1 point of shock damage.
You son of a bitch.
Just hold it! For the third time. Nothing.
It's a good thing I healed myself. I'm at 9 HP.
At this point, he does it again. Does it again.
8.
Oscar, you...
7.
Does it again.
We'll take the battery thing from Oscar.
Greg, she's gone.
No!
5. I'm just gonna.
Oscar, I said I'd take it from you.
4.
Thermal reaches out a hand on his shoulder. She's gone.
Kane and Thermal both grab the opposing shoulders on Gregory. Gregory, who's still like in the process of trying to do it, you kind of peel him away from it. And he's literally under his little strength trying to like lurch forward. That's what's happening. Eustace, you're watching all
I
of
put
this.
the bucket down.
Yusha's just gonna be a little more pronounced, like, Gregory, she's gone. You need to get on the helm and get our heading corrected.
Gregory slumps down, sits kind of like on his ass with his legs extended, lurching forward. His little gnome belly kind of bulges in the front a little bit. And he takes this massive sigh. His sigh and his face, very reminiscent of the previous conversation he just had with Annabelle. As he goes silent. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All I want to do is save people.
Greg, it's not your fault.
Of course.
Okay.
Evil. She was right.
Thermal's just gonna chime in. Evil always finds a way, but every little bit of good we put in counteracts it.
And go ahead.
We may have lost Thanahill today, but all the rest of us are here, and she lives within all of us in our memories.
With those immortal words, go ahead.
Wait, there's something before you, because I can tell you're about to end the session. Immediately after he says that, Oscar would take off his gauntlets and punch Thermal in the face.
What?
Why?
Why?
So
Because he.
I can work with this. Because Oscar just lost someone too. So as Thermal acknowledges these mighty words, I'm gonna say the camera kind of does one of those pull through the wall shots where there was a window, and as the airship cuts away in a brief frame, you see as the airship or the balloon just kind of floats away over the clouds in a northwesterly direction, and the curtain will close on that marker, where we will pick up on our next session as the music ends at that very spot. Whew. Okay, guys, that was our session. Interesting.
The child was almost right. That was almost me.
I'm gonna ground my daughter for guessing wrong. I'm gonna kill the stream here, and I'm gonna clip a couple of parts from the stream tonight because there was a lot of highlights tonight.